little quiet. I'm always okay with it being a bit quiet. 2 Dudleys? Same super, different super. Same super. How does third strike work again? It's been a minute. I actually played this game a little bit on Fightcade the other day. Classic, non-EX machine gun blow. There we go, that's how we like to see it. What a conversion. Ah. Oh, that was a parry. It's a high parry, I think. Oh no, I just saw Twitch. That ducking could have been a ducking super. But he checked the swing and there wasn't even a downside. There you go, there's a ducking super. One frame post freeze to parry that. Love to see it. I think he can tag on a super there, but I don't know if it gets all the hits. And it's pretty scaled. Must be nice having an overhead super. Here I am with my little booger that just travels along the screen all slow. Ducking straight super. Hi. Ooh. Okay, wait. There's life. Yo. This pink Dudley's making some really obvious plays, and the fucking white Dudley's pulling off the defense. What a comeback! Holy shit. We're only like 2 seconds in, and already like that was the best match we'll see today. Jesus Christ. Even if I had the patch, not the patch notes, what do you call that? Even if I had the notes. Wow, nice parry at the TP. Of everything that Dudley was going to do, I think I would have not pulled that off. Okay. And this cream eggshell Dudley was just guessing and he got it. Empty jump throw. Empty jump with a parry is quite a good option versus Necro because his ATRs are actually really good. So jumping in with a parry is, you know, quite good. A lot of his anti-airs are very weak to parries. Well, very weak is a bit strong, as we just saw. It depends on what the anti-air is. The electricity better get nice and comfy in the air. There we go. But something like back fierce gets owned if it gets parried. Situationally. Depends on your angle too. Necro's anti-air is like the electricity, the back fierce. There's another one, the low strong. All of them have to be done pretty preemptively to be good. I would have died there. That's also 1 frame post freeze to get the parry. I would have almost certainly died. Necro went for the parry. There was no chip KO. He just didn't get it. That's how it goes sometimes. Seeing quite high level play right now. Whew. That TC is a very good anti-air. Medium kick, heavy punch, I think. It's 4 hits. You can stop whenever you want. Probably people, if they parry 2 hits, will be looking for hit 3 and hit 4, so doing just the first 2 hits is a-okay. Low TC. Nice. Dudley's so short with the low TC actually leads to okay damage. It's not great. Doesn't knock down or anything. But, you know, he's got a nice mix-up even when they're not leading a super. Towards Roundhouse and low short are both unreactable. Maybe towards Roundhouse is reactable to some superhumans, but it's not reactable to me. Hi. This can kill. Ugh, he saved it. That's a little greedy. He was dead to a super. Dudley's mix is pretty good. By pretty good, I mean real good. Ooh. Dueling roundhouses. Towards forward link super is really fucking obnoxious. Ugh, made him land on it. Choicing Blow you can parry on reaction, but it's very likely that the Dudley will time it so that it either gets you like taking a throw, whiffing a normal, um, in parry lock, or just any number of things. So actually parrying it is quite hard, even though it's theoretically quite easy to parry. The Dudley player sneak it in. The forward. Ooh, that's nice. He did the medium one with no super. A lot of times the Necro players will just do the light one. There's no super to burn. Medium I think is stronger, and it's not like it leads a bad situation on hit. But light like leaves the opponent full screen. What was that? He did parry into forward dash. My guy Johnny the Flash said see me. I already played you twice. You got your only 2 plays you'll ever get. They both got good odds. I think they'll both sneak their way in.
Are you ready? Go!
Undoubtedly, there's 2 Dudleys midair. I mean, 2 parries by that Dudley midair. 2 Dudleys, what the fuck? But the drill only hit once. Necro's Joel does some funky shit when you parry it. He like moves backward.
Final round. Go for it.
Even though the 2 hits are super close to each other. It's completely different on parry compared to on block. What the fuck is a Bafeel? I know you know better than that. Oh, that's unsafe. Necro could have done at the very least super, but probably something like back forward. Urian, fan favorite right here. Who just comes in to say bye? Running fades. Is that how they say sets nowadays? That's some new school. Too new for me. Listen, when I hear fade, I picture a hairline. EX tackle, anti-air, but he actually hit Dudley on the ground. So Dudley theoretically could have blocked that. I think.
Alright, that's cool. Final round. Engage.
Ah, the heavy fireball. EX headbutt. Remember that time where EX headbutt was nothing at all like it was in SF3 and SF5? And then they made it like the SF3 version? Funny memory. It was like an entirely different move in SF5, and then they like restored the 3S version, but like in the process, shot Urian repeatedly with a gun. Not that I think Urian is a bad character in 5. Nice struggle. Urian's so deadly if he can get that ball rolling. Oh, one of my favorite matchups. This one's real fun. You might think on the books that Necro's a bit weaker than Urian, but this matchup is quite back and forth. Could even be Necro's favor. Akuma Ibuki, that's a fun one. Characters with good safety options, very low HP, and wild offensive presence. And a lot of air-to-air presence too. Just air mobility kind of stuff. Love those combos. Never get old. They kind of both have OD defense too, they just have shit HP. Or Makoto is an intriguing matchup. Makoto can't really play in a very safe way, which makes Oro very dangerous. But the matchup's still pretty even. Oro can play neutral against Makoto for sure. He's got a decent counterplay to the dash and the air stuff. My man's first word here was goodbye, and then he typed another message. Which is it? Damn, the Syrian's not getting that versus stud. That fireball's different difficulties depending on who you're fighting. Some characters is impossible. Cool! Oh, never mind, not cool. If you get one hit ducking upper on an A-tier for Dudley, you can do another ducking upper. He actually did ducking super, but he did it so early it fell out. Oh, Dudley parried that, but it actually whiffed, but Dudley still picked up the punish, so it was pretty good. It's like an OS parry almost. Well, it was an OS parry, but Dudley probably didn't plan it like that. Ugh. Okay, great corner carry. Now a super nice mix-up. Dudley blocks his way out. First hit of that mix-up leads to a full combo. Second one just tag on damage. Nice. There's the short swing blow parried on reaction. That mirror only exists to improve the juggle, believe it or not. Improving the juggle obviously improves the damage, but it also increases the meteor return. So that mirror doesn't cost a full mirror, per se. Screen tearing. Maybe. It was like, if Necro did back throw there, he would have got Urine in the corner and the mirror never would have hit. It's like the dream scenario. New generation Hugo. Not really. He's like, yeah, he's buggy, isn't he? Hugo's not supposed to be a new generation, but he's in the code because he was going to be a new generation character. So he's like missing some animations, and I think he might have some freezes. I haven't thought about that in a while. No attacks, so I know he's like, his idle stance has like some like notation on some of the frames, and I think he might be missing some like crouch frames or something like that. I'm not gonna click on that right now. Just gotta summarize it. Pretty brutal scenario for the Necro player. I don't know if you break that throw, if you can go straight to parrying. I feel like you can't, but you might be able to. So you might have to break the throw, block a single hit, and then go back to parrying. It's something like that. I don't actually know the number. It's like minus like anywhere from minus like 9 to minus 13, but I don't actually remember how much. But with the pushback, it's quite hard for most characters to punish. Easier if you're cornered. What did I say? Minus 9 to minus 13? Minus 11? I had a pretty good guess. No attacks. Super names are different. Can parry and be hit by most of the time. Can't be thrown, and crashes if thrown. Dank. Isn't there Shinakuma in New Generation and Second Impact? I don't remember he's in New Generation, I'm pretty sure he's in Second Impact. It's pretty funny thinking about that. Shinakuma was just removed for Third Strike, he's just gone. He's probably still exists in the code somewhere. You could play Third Strike for a really long time and not know Shinnoko was in it. Love that combo. Oh, Necro's not supposed to go in that direction. Neato.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
That headbutt, just round start headbutt, shameless. Dudley probably can't duck it. I don't know for sure. But Dudley's usually a very tall croucher and cannot duck things. And if you can't duck headbutt, it's a lot better. Yeah, someone already said minus 11, but thank you. Nice, that was deliberate. He wanted that cross-up hit. Q is mostly just thick when falling. His standing hitbox is very thin.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Nice, the double mirror. I thought that worked. Was he too far from the corner? Mirror didn't hit on its earliest frames. Oh! Reversal might hit there. Nice. The trick with getting chip kills like that is to do it before the opponent realizes they're about to get chipped out. Nice.
Strike. Now.
Kind of awkward. Jump in. MC jump in, then immediate jump out strong. Wow. That's kind of cool by the Urian. A-tier fireball and EX headbutt if they parry the fireball. EX mirror? Yeah, it's hard to make that do something good. What he did, there are combos, but they're difficult and they're weird. Urian's pokes are quite decent. They're not great, but they're not bad. They have long range. The hitboxes are generally quite good, but not amazing. Nice confirm. This should kill pretty easily. Heavy spin hook or that. He went for the difficult stuff and missed it. He went back roundhouse into down back fierce times 6 is optimal damage on Urian, but it's every down back fierce is a 1 frame link into the next one. And you even get the first one, which is not a 1 frame link. He should just send heavy spin hook into electricity, I think. What a wake up. That's frame 1 airborne, I think. There's a little jumping overhead thing. Both characters have a 1 frame wake up option in this matchup. Frame 1 airborne. Did I finish my finals? No. Actually, no class that I'm in has finals. But the classes still have 2 more weeks. I've got an A in all of them, but one of them is like a knife's edge A. You need a 92 to have an A, and I have a 91.7, which rounds up to a 92. So if I don't get above like a 92% on the final exam, well, not the final, the next test. Can Ibuki taunt or unblockables like Aegis? Yes. Ibuki has escapes. She's got several. She's got like 3 different attacks that are all frame 1 airborne. Is this my last semester? No. Well, it's my last like learning at a school semester. The next 3 semesters are me as an intern working for free 40-hour weeks at a hospital. Light DP as well, so it might be 4. I don't know for sure command jump works. But Ibuki is spoiled for options. They gave her all the frame 1 airborne stuff. Nice. Yeah, it's a lot worse of a conversion. She needs it. Everyone in the game needs it.
You win.
No light EP?
Now.
I thought I labbed that at some point, but I don't remember, so I'll trust you guys. In my experience, Aura versus Ibuki is pretty even. Watch how Tenrin beats me up and you'll understand. He says it's good for Oro, but I don't believe him, even though he's much better than me. Wow. I think it probably is good for Oro, but I don't think it's... I don't think it's like a 6-4 even.
Prepare to strike. Now.
My job would not be super hard. Well, actually, I've already been externing, which is basically the same thing as interning. And it's not... Well, it's like... I'm bad at it, but it's not difficult. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, that's my experience with Ibuki. She doesn't really body the low tiers, but she doesn't get bodied by the high tiers. Her worst matchup is probably a 4-6 or maybe a single 3-7 somewhere. But probably mostly 4-6s. Even? No, I don't think so. Wait, for who? For Oro? I think it would still be good for Yon, even if you could chicken him. Gene is Gene. It's not like it's gonna go away just because I can hit chicken combo. Wow, that's a punish. That's pretty hype whenever you see a 12. Look at that anti-air, stay and jab into light axe. The funny thing about that is the damage is absolutely abysmal. Nice confirm. SA1 is the closest thing 12 has to a win con. He's playing this quite well. Well, the backdash. I don't play Ibuki or Urian. But I wouldn't, nothing about either of those two characters makes me feel like it would be good for either of them. Urian has bad defense. Urian is on paper a low tier. But then all the mirror stuff just like is absurdly strong. Even with frame 1 airborne stuff, mirror is really good. Like, as Oro, I can list like 50 things that make Oro versus Urian super good for Oro. But like, there's no actual counterplay to mirror, so I just have to like, you know, not get cornered and never eat anything. Yep, I'm here. Look at that, the 12-1. Rare footage of Air Axe being good. Chip Dudley out. Most people aren't very good at fighting 12. He would probably be a much worse character if he was more popular. You've got to adjust your risk reward in a very strange way when you're playing against him. Only 2. He could have matched that for more hits, but instead he let Ken fall and then threw him. Nice. Double DP? Yep. If that height it was free. Whoa. Ken actually had a DP there, but it was very tricky to pick up. That was a super jump super, I'm sure of it. 12 could still easily win this. Okay, now it's looking pretty dire. Ken's just fucking around. By the way. That was some disrespectful play. He got like a hefty life lead and then he was just like, I want to win with an air tall too. Air Tatsu absolutely fucks 12. Even if he parries it, he doesn't get a very good punish. And it's very good against a lot of air dash stuff. EX especially, but even the regular one. Cool parry. Did he confirm that? He just did it. Didn't look confirmed to me. Did he raw confirm his low forward? Or did he YOLO? We'll never know. He did it like he confirmed it. He did it so confidently. Oh, that was unconfirmed. That was just like, hey, you can't punish my low forward if I DP through your parry. Wonder if this is Roku. Wake up towards forward. Oh, that's a punish. Ken could have super cancelled that. Ducking upper, I think, gets punished by Ken low forward, and definitely gets punished by things like Ken super. That was a weird thing to do, which makes it hard to predict.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Okay. Parry and punish. Can't complain. Necro's hanging a little low on HP. Not quite hanging even in the neutral. Super confirm gets blocked. Super confirm does not get blocked. Usually on Fightcade, no. I played a few other things on Fightcade, but not a lot. Usually just one-off stuff like Final Fight or Metal Slug X. Ooh.
Prepare to strike. Now.
I used to go in and watch other games. I used to play, way back in the day, I played Alpha 3 and Vampire Savior on Fightcade, but I stopped. PS1 on Fightcade, Street Fighter EX 2 Plus. Nice.
You win.
In Vampire, I play Rikuo. Allbath, as he is known in Japan.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh wait, in Alpha 3? Oh, I got both questions. In Alpha 3, it's well, it was Guy, but nowadays it's probably just Ryu. And I play them both A-ism. Z-ism. Nice. This Ken with his DPs, he just does them.
Battle. Go for it.
A new Vampire Savior game, a new Darkstalkers game would be so fucking nice. I feel like that game is already pretty interesting, but like super close to being as with like 2 changes. I feel like, I don't know about 2, but I feel like it could have been what like Street Fighter 3 and KOF 2002 are. It could have been that popular. I feel like with all the cool mechanics in the game, the actual gameplay is usually very oversimplified. It's usually just like dash and new normals. Chain into sweep. I don't need it to be like a 4th version like SF4 style, SF5 style. Eh. I would have died there.
You win. Fighters ready. Engage.
Just like fucking rebalance the game a bit, change some of the mechanics a smidge, and then just chuck what's her name? Ruby Heart, right? The pirate? Just chuck her in there. Fuck it. How's the game dev going? I found someone to do sprite work, and I found someone to what do you call it? To rotoscope to be my subject. But the person who's supposed to be my subject has been pretty slow about it. Even though I offered to pay him, and he seemed pretty willing, and he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so cool." And now it's like, and he seems able to do all the things I want him to be able to do. Ah, I'm not making a fighting game. I am making a video game. I should just find someone else. I'm thinking about making a post on, like, you know, some kind of parkour subreddit. I did in the parkour Discord I found, and I found a couple people who wanted to.
Are you ready?
Most wanted character for SF6? Aura. To no one's surprise. Who the fuck wants Remy? I should bang you for that comment. You know it's just Guile, right? Sean. Maybe. Q. Now there's a post. Remy would be fine if they just reinvent him a bit.
Go.
Yeah, that would be fun. Eagle would be nice. So I hear DJ still has a charged fireball, and his uppercuts charge, and then the rolling sobot and the machine gun upper are both motion. Something like that. Having a charged fireball is not like a niche in and of itself, I don't think.
Win. Are you ready? Go.
Are Honda and Blanca both charged still? They probably are, right? Double back fierce into dash under. Optimal. Oof. Whoa, someone asking for Sea Viper. That's woke. Sea Viper would be good, yeah. Fuck it, bring back a con.
Strike. Now.
I'm on it. I'll do it. The con is just you can normal cancel his fucking drive parry. That'd be dank. Then his drive impact scoots forward. Red parry. And then he just blocks. That would be cool.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
Jesus. What's going on? This guy doesn't give a shit. Rainbow Ball is half circle back. I think he's reacting to himself getting parried and just DP.
Engage.
It's not a... Yep, there you go. That's not a bad decision in this game, so a lot of people do it. This is an easy way to tilt the opponent. That time, do you see that? Do you guys see what I just saw? Hold on. Where was it? Right there. I think we just missed it. Yang does wake up parry and then blocks. I saw it. You know why he did that? It's because he was expecting kind of mesh out of DP. He was like, if I do parry and then block, I'll bait a DP, and then I'll be able to punish it.
You win.
That is. Yeah, he didn't believe. He thought I was going to get DP'd again.
Strike. Now.
It's good against exactly what Ken was doing, and that's the only time you really do it. Nice. Oh my god, Ken.
Alright, that's cool. Fighters ready. Engage.
Any tips for moving from SF to anime fighters? I don't know what you're asking. It sounds like you're moving to SF. But no, I have no tips. The walk and throw. Oh, nice. Oh, the rose hit. That's like the one thing you don't want that happen. It's possible Ken tried to block the rose and then parry, red parry, which dodges a meaty throw. I've never played any anime fighter seriously. I've always kind of wanted to get into them. I had some near misses. I played them fighting herds for a little bit, which if you've ever played it is an anime fighter in spirit. I played a little smidge of Blaze Blue Tag Battle. I love that combo for some reason. Kind of funny to see that whiff. Close, strong, whiffs like faster than all of Yang's other normals for meter building. But you can only do close, strong if you're next to them, which means it normally can't whiff unless they're knocked over. Most Yang players just use that opportunity to taunt. After they land a super, for example. Almost no playstyle variety, I think it's exactly the opposite. In my experience, most anime fighters have significantly more. It feels like the characters come from different video games. In something like Blaze Blue, and to a lesser extent, but still true, Guilty Gear, or something like, well, them's fighting herds. In something like Nitro Plus, pretty much every anime game I've ever played, the characters like don't even feel like they're using the same engine.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
A little bit, I feel like. Well, I don't know. I don't play enough 3D games to say it, but to me, 3D games feel like you've got the lower character variety.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Stuff like Tekken and Soul Calibur. Characters like Arachnite or Carl Clover just feel like they don't even belong in the same game. I'm doing alright. I'm not trying to bash Soul Calibur or Tekken.
Round. Engage.
I'm just feeling like having different character archetypes feels harder. Oh yeah, Tager. Feels like he's a different game from both of them. Or like Rachel. They feel like 4 characters from 4 different games. Ooh. Oh, he didn't even get a punish. He did the parry on Low Fears. Ugh. Yang dropped like 3 kill combos there.
You win. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
I'm excited to make SF6 content. That being said, I'm not working on the Luke video right now. It's kind of intimidating because he's got some weird perfect stuff, which is, I don't know what it is. If you get a charged light knuckle with Yang, not Yang, with Luke, it seems like it's like always worth it to spend the drive rush because it's only 1 bar to spend, and you get a huge damage increase by doing the drive rush, low first to medium knuckle wall bounce.
Fighters ready. Engage.
There are a lot of routes for SF6.
Final round.
I like Luke's visual design in 6. Oof. The Renas is pretty low risk and pretty high reward. Makes it a very good button. Especially on a character with such a nice overhead.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Ugh. Hard to punish that meaningfully for Necro. HK Shoryu.
Prepare to strike. Now.
I didn't have it in my video, but Drive Rush, Low Fierce, Stand Strong, Low Strong works. And probably I should have mentioned that because I think it's damage optimal by a smidge.
You win. Now.
I showed Stand Fierce, Back Fierce. And a lot of people brought up Roundhouse Spec or Roundhouse Low Fierce, which I think is generally pretty similar. I think they, I don't remember for sure, and I can't check with the demo, but I thought they did the same damage. And I think Roundhouse dodges and misses on crouching opponents, plus it's slower. Block string enders for Luke. Heavy Knuckle maybe? Heavy Knuckle's bait to... You'll get owned if they do a Drive Impact, but if you have level 3, you can level 3 the Drive Impact, which is pretty funny. EX Fireball. Ken's dash is ignorant, but if I recall, it's not even, it's like the slowest Shoto dash, which is pretty funny to think about. I think Ryu's and Ken and Sean's are like a smidge faster. Is Heavy Knuckle unsafe in SF6? I don't know. I think Sean and Ryu are tied. Don't quote me on that. Fastest backdash? I don't know. For the Shotos. Fastest backdash in the game is Oro. But there's a lot of metrics to measure fastness. Like the one that covers the most distance is the Twins.
Prepare to strike. Now.
I think Light Sandblast is pretty bad on block, but I don't know whether you'll realistically be punished. -4 is technically unsafe, but I don't know how reliable punishes are going to be for it. Distance over time is Oro. Whoa. What is this mess? I'm pretty... well, I don't know. I thought everyone had a 4 frame. I know there's no 3 frames. What's the best Ken color? Now there's a question. That's why we're all here. For me, it's green. That being said, I would never pick green Ken. I made a shitpost on Twitter about Ken colors. You guys should go find it. It's weak to Drive Impact whether you charge it or not, honestly. I guess technically speaking, charging it gives the opponent more time to react. I think Heavy Sandblaster has kind of more startup, but, you know, I don't know how realistic that's going to be to punish it. He's got that Jump Strong Fierce that special cancels, so people are going to be doing whatever people figure out. They're going to be doing all the time right there.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Let's start staying fierce versus Necro. It's kind of balls out play. Okay, I'll see you in SF6. That wiggling by the Necro. Ken might have been able to punish that Universal Overhead with Super, I imagine he could. Not easy though. Very difficult punish. Yep. Necro block just enough for it wasn't not to be a confirm. Nice. Kinda stole that a little bit.
Are you ready? Go.
Nice. Double DP, yup. Does Necro grab range kinda weird. I can't tell where the is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be where the does is? Are you trying to ask me if his grab range is weird? Seems normal to me. One slightly annoying thing for Necro players is that he's got a forward throw, but the neutral throw is the one that's kind of more rewarding. So you've got to walk in and then like stop for at least one frame and then throw. Every now and then you see a Necro forward throw on a cornered opponent.
Go for it.
That's Necro, right? No, I think I'm thinking Remy. I don't remember. What's Necro's forward throw look like? I can't picture it. Maybe he just has a forward throw and a back throw. I think I'm thinking Remy. I don't remember. Alright, we're all good.
You win.
I made a lot of videos on it recently. Do I still play it? Yes.
Go.
A little bit. I haven't been playing as much as I used to. And the main reason for that is a lot of the people who I used to play with don't play anymore. And also there's just not as much content to make, there's not as much like stuff to make content on. Like I've already made content on all the mechanics except the V-Shift actually. I've had a V-Shift video scripted forever, I just never made it. That Stand Fierce was supposed to be a heavy electricity, I imagine. Just messed it up. Not a single person commented that in the Ryu B&B video for SF6 that I said stuff like hard punch and hard kick instead of stuff like fierce and roundhouse. I think it makes it sound super awkward, but there was no confusion, which I was anticipating. I think I'm just going to do that going forward for SF6, even though it's annoying. The words are better if you know them, it's just that no one knows them until they have to learn them. But they're just a lot faster to say. Low forward versus low medium kick. Stand fierce versus stand hard punch. Jump strong, jump medium punch.
Now. Are you ready?
Hit him with the 2 MK. Wow, with punish the towards forward with the EX Rekka. With punish the 6 MK with the EX Rekka.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Oh yeah, hit him with that 5 LK. Jump in, link 5 LK. Hit him with that 2 LK. 2 LK, LK, MP, HP. Nice little ATC of MK3 MK. My favorite thing about Yang is when he does 2MK into 236P, 236P, 236P. That's my favorite Yang combo.
Engage.
Nice. Beefy. Beefy 2HK loops. With the 63214 K in the middle. I love the double Levernos mid screen. I don't know what characters that works on, but it's really good. Nice. I hate dealing with that anti-RTC when people pull it out on me. It's quite good. I assure you there's an alternate dimension version of me for every possible thing. Where's the red parry on the last hit? Excuse me, the 6. When you call your parries 6s and 2s.
Are you ready? Go.
That whiff punish was kind of sick. Walk back, back strong. Caught the fierce. Nice. Five hits on Dudley. On a lot of the casts, it only gets 4 hits. When it does 5 hits, it's literally, I think even 4 hits might be stronger than his EX combos. On some characters, I think you only get 3. Nice. Oh, lovely. Like Gauntlet, the arcade game? You know how in Tekken they have wall stand? Like WS? Like while stand? So like if you're crouching and then you're going to standing, you hit a button. It comes out. I used to hear commentators say that all the time, and I thought they were saying wall stand. Like it had something to do with the wall. Hit him with that wall stand too. I'm just like, what? They're nowhere near the wall. The stage has no walls. Whoa, it ended. I got back up.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Let's fight. Are you ready? Go.
I'm sure you can tally up all the Strike I've watched since like 2016 just by going to the playlists, adding them up, because I don't watch off stream generally. People always complain about Tekken having to like there are certain strings that basically only exist to be traps, and it makes the game more of a knowledge check. I don't know if I really regard that as a problem. But it's like there are strings that basically have no competitive use because they just have a hard counter, or like theoretically no competitive use. But if you don't know what the hard counter is, the string can be super annoying. But Street Fighter has stuff like that, more so older ones than current one. Mortal Kombat has some stuff like that. I remember laughing about it when I saw Thunder Cell in MK11. Thunder Cell is safe on block and leads to a launch on hit on reaction. Like you can do Thunder Cell and it's safe, and if you see it hitting, it's 3 hits. If you see it hitting, you can EX it and then get a full jumping combo, or like a juggle rather. Jump and juggle. And the trick is Thunder Cell. The final hit is oh, Storm Cell. Yeah, the final hit's duckable. And you wouldn't know that if you're blocking because you don't. In Mortal Kombat, if a hit is duckable and you're blocking, you still block it. You have to release block to duck it, generally speaking. So I've seen matches where people didn't know that about that move. And it's quite a good move. A lot of Raiden players, I think, pick it, like, just because it's one of his main combo extension options. You'll just get owned by that move if you don't know you can duck the last hit. You'll just get absolutely flattened. Nice. Oh, I didn't kill though. MG jump throw is absolutely like impossible to deal with. Anyone's gonna parry there. The concept of a combo is used so loosely in the Tekken engine. I don't know if it still is in Tekken 7. But having 2 hits be considered a combo, but you can just start blocking between them. Because Loki a little cursed. It's like, oh, hit 1 connects, but then hit 2 is blockable, but if you if you don't block it, it says 2-hit combo. So the game is super, it's not very, it doesn't really tell you when you can, like, you have to go into training mode and have it do, like, block 1 hit then, or E1 hit then block, whatever they call that. I know it's a training mode setting and has been for a while. But you've got stuff like Mishima 1-1-2, which if you eat the first hit, the other 2 hits are guaranteed. But then 1-2-2, like the second 2 will be blockable. Yeah. Doesn't matter much if you're doing a juggle. Ooh, very nice ATR. Wake up back turned. I know if you're back turned you can't tech throws, right? And throws do more damage in Tekken. I guess you could still duck them. Nice. Unreactable. That was like the fucking... He did that like an Akuma player. I guess he did that like a Ken player because Ken still does that. That angle took him pretty far. Wow. Whoa. That jump parry is quite a decent option there. Oh, that was just a punish. But it's kind of weird seeing Yang go for one parry but not being ready to parry a bunch of times when any Ken player is probably going to go for an uppercut if they do anything. Maybe close to fierce. Oh, he went for the red on the second hit and missed it. I went for that red parry in a match just recently and hit it. I was going to do the jump version, but then I forgot when I jump, if it was after hit 3 or hit 4. So I just stayed on the ground, parried the full super, and then killed him. It was after the third hit, I think. Oro does... He parries the second and third hit, neutral jumps, parries the fourth hit while going up. The fifth hit misses, and then he gets a jumping combo. I can do it in training mode, but doing it in match is an entirely different question. I'm usually just not ready to parry the second hit in match. Generally speaking, you don't ever block Shippus against a good Ken player. And if it's a good Ken player, you really don't want to take a chance on a bad parry. You just want to get your full block and then do your infinite. Oro wins even if he doesn't get the jumping combo most of the time. It's just icing on the cake. Surprised I didn't combo. I think he got a late cancel. Of course.
Prepare to strike. Now.
I was always enamored by the secret moves in Tekken. The moves with like kind of weird properties. Or like the unique character interactions. Like how Jack could get hit by like double jet laser and then restore HP or some bullshit. Get some of it back. Or Heihachi had like the head bash that he could only use on men. Did that work on Leo before the reveal? What about like Kuma and Panda? Did it work on Kuma but not Panda?
Prepare to strike. Now.
Didn't Anna have some variety of testicular attack that did more damage on men than women? It was like 1% more. I don't remember.
You win. Are you ready? Go.
I remember the chain throws from Cross Tekken. They use them in that game. Oh, could have been low forward super. Instead he took the back throw. Back throw kind of looking like it was better. Saved the meter and still absolutely smushed him.
Prepare to strike. Now.
That's super cool. Rock, paper, scissors, platinum. I think King's had some chain throws that have killed in particular Tekken games, right? But I think health has gone up as Tekken has gone on. So things that used to kill don't anymore.
Prepare to strike.
I don't remember who was playing. It might have been J.R. Rodriguez. But there's a kind of famous match in this game, Third Strike, where it was two Akuma players against each other. And at round start, one of them jumped back, taunted, and then super jumped forward. And as soon as he landed, he did KKZ. And the opponent, Akuma, did like blocked the jump in and then hit low forward, like, which is a fairly common anti-air in 3S. Block theoretical jump in attack and then low forward, like, as they land. Anyway, the KKZ perfectly punished the low forward in its whiff. And a taunt KKZ instantly kills another Akuma. So literally this guy just did jump back, taunt, jump in KKZ, and won on the spot from full HP. Quite a hilarious round. KKZ is so slow that even if you successfully punish something, you need a lot of time in order to actually get KKZ to be able to punish. Like, you can't block Ken Shippu and then punish with KKZ. You got no time. It's also quite annoying to punish. It pushes you out a fuck ton. It's really minus, but just the sheer amount of pushback means most characters have to, like, dash or even dash twice. Dash into a normal that has good range. Since I've reset KKZ is the only way to realistically land it most of the time. Doing it as an ATR is difficult because the motion takes so long, and pretty much any other context it's not really a thing. Years ago now, I watched tournament footage of a Second Impact tournament, and there was an Akuma player who was doing dive kicks like crazy, and a lot of them were getting parried, and it didn't matter. Akuma would still get pressure after it, and then someone came in and said that Akuma's Second Impact Akuma's dive kick is like plus on parry.
Are you ready? Go.
That was that Ken Tatsu looked like a Ryu Tatsu because it hit midair. And one hit Tatsu. Oof, getting schmixed. Command grab now. Oh, I would have died. I was predicting command grab.
Prepare to strike. Now.
That was very nice. There's a third strike shimmy right there. I'm really glad that doesn't exist. Eh. If they just had Second Impact characters, it might be okay. I don't want New Generation Ibuki. Or New Generation Twins, maybe. I can't believe I've never made a bad balance video on New Generation Ibuki because it's absolutely hilarious. I could like structure the whole video like a joke. Just wait for the punchline.
You win. Now.
New Generation Ibuki has a super that links from everything, and anytime you land it, it goes to a one-button infinite. She's got other ways to land the one-button infinite too, of course. But the fact that she can basically confirm it off of anything with the super is quite nice. She's got more target combos than she has in Third Strike. You got like low short, low strong. Probably good for Necro here. It's difficult for both players though. Could go either way. Ooh, it's scary. Oh, King got it. Fight Gil online. The only way you could fight Gil online, generally speaking, was back in the online edition when he wasn't banned from a lobby, which was a very brief period before they started doing auto bans for him, and then Anniversary Edition Xbox Online version, which I never owned. So I played against Gills online, but only like a couple times ever, and it was on Online Edition. They made it so you could just play Gil in lobbies, and then they made it so you could ban up to 3 characters in lobbies, and it would default Gil onto the ban list. You could also just unlock him. You have to beat the game with every character to unlock him, but you could pre-order him or like pay $2 or something like that to unlock him. Without having to beat the game whatever 18 times. Yeah, I've done 2 separate videos. I did a series where I showed punishes on Horyuksen, and I did another series where I showed punishes on Shippu. And for both of them I had I ended them with a Gil video. And for both of them I did a Touch of Death, one on Chun-Li, one on Ken. So you can go on YouTube and search Horyuksen Gil Punish or Shippu Gil Punish, and you'll see my videos. Lariat's pretty weird to actually do combos with. It's actually very annoying. I spent a little while for both of those looking for a kill combo that was reliable. He has some reliable routes that I wasn't really aware of at the time. Nice to see. But oftentimes you'll do a Lariat that will get either 1 hit or 2 hits depending on whether you're in the corner or not. And it adds the back throw. It adds 1 JP per hit of Lariat, I think. So a 2-hit Lariat adds 2 JP, a 1-hit Lariat adds 1 JP. I think his launcher starts at 1. It could start at 2, I'm not actually sure. Urian starts at 2. Ah. Wow, Zemranos just beat low strong. I think he didn't get out in time. I wouldn't know though because this game does not have a counter hit notification. I'm using the Gil's best super by far is the Meteor. The Resurrection is fine, but a lot of characters can kill him off of his Resurrect, or at least like make it so he barely gets any health back. No, this game does not have counter hits. And the Seraphic Wing, I think, is too slow to do anything other than occasionally chip someone out. But the Meteors are very easy to combo into and very fucking rewarding. I think they reset juggle potential, and they also do a lot of damage. Nice. As a kid, when I fought Gil in the end of arcade mode, I used to get him to low HP and then wait patiently for him to use the Meteor Super so I could kill him without him resurrecting. Nowadays I just kill him, and then as he's resurrecting I do a chicken combo into like stones or something on him, and then I obliterate him. Yeah, we're still talking about third strike. I've heard it said that Seraphic Wing is unparryable, but I've never actually tested it because how would you? But yeah, I think it's only the first hit. Nice. Oh, I love that combo. You never see Yuns do that. He died though. Let's strong, let's strong. Stand short. That was an SF4 ass combo. Very funny looking. That was Hyper Street Fighter 2 Dash. That was some weird shit. I'm convinced that that game never even existed and was just like some guy just made it up for a single YouTube video. That whole thing was just beyond cursed. Yeah, we talk about the dip switches in here sometimes. Online Edition had them too. Online Edition had an extra one actually. One of these days I'll put on Online Edition and we'll go through the dip switches and make our own versions. They were World Warrior had one button scissor kicks, but as it turns out they were on normal. Desk made a video about that recently. They don't do chip damage. You can combo into them and out of them though. I made a tweet about Championship Edition yesterday. I've been watching Fight Cage replays of it. Yeah, Studley's been killing it. I was watching Bison yesterday in Championship Edition. And he would do like... He would get a dizzy just off of like an errant jump in or something like that. And he would get a dizzy with the opponent having like 60% HP left. And then he would do like a jump normal into like low jab, low jab, low jab, scissor kick, and then like what looked like a low jab samurai now, something like that. And then that would dizzy. So he could just, if he gets one dizzy, he can just loop. I think that combo does enough damage that it'll dizzy all the time, but it might dizzy early sometimes. I didn't know that. One of my favorite little senseless things about Third Strike is that Oro can duck Urian's EX Fireball, but not his regular Fireball, despite the fact that they're visually identical. 12 can't walk under Denjin. I know he can't after a parry, but I thought he could if it was raw. I don't actually know though. Denjin's kind of weird. It's got some unusual properties compared to most other fireballs. Mainly in the way that it interacts with other fireballs. Pretty good round. Yeah, it's one of them. And it removes an abnormal number of hits. Or rather, other fireballs remove abnormal numbers of hits from it. Both, I guess. Normally when two fireballs collide, they both just subtract hits from each other until one disappears. But some fireballs break that rule. Sean's SA1 does as well, I think. Doesn't it? I don't remember. Maybe it doesn't. They have that in SF5 and it's kind of cool. There's certain fireballs that kind of don't obey the rule. Like Cody's EX fireballs 2 hits, but it will eat other 2-hit fireballs and continue traveling with 1 hit remaining. Then VT1. Wow. Sakura's super. Only like 2 times ever have I used Sakura's super like a fireball, and I main her. Raw Rekka punish, not even low forward. Maybe. I thought I'd still play SF4 once SF5 was out, and I did for a while, but everyone left. So eventually I was forced to leave too. I wish there would be tournaments where people would just play, like, you know, fuck it, all of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I was a bit shocked at how fast 4 dropped off after 5 came out. It's like everyone was enjoying 4, so I thought, and then everyone was just like, eh. Gotta play 5 now. I wonder if 5 is gonna drop off just as fast. I have a feeling, I don't know for sure because they feel so different from a design philosophy standpoint. But I have a feeling there's gonna be some pushback against 6 once it's actually out. Maybe not a lot, but some. Ape escape. It's gonna be like, oh, like 5 was so much deeper than this, or some bullshit. We're not gonna know the depth of 6, like month 1, but it might feel like we know the depth of 6. Micro walk for Dudley's second sweep? I don't actually know. For some characters, if you want to do a bunch of sweeps, you have to micro walk, but just for 2, I don't know if you have to micro walk for the second one. Is Dudley the most balanced? No. Dudley has plenty of matchups where he just fucks up the other character. Ibuki's a better answer, maybe like Elena Ryu or something, I don't know. Urian. Whoa. Can I get a cool punish? Nope.
Prepare to strike.
12 is the most balanced character as long as both players are picking him. They had some confirms in there. Wow. What the fuck happened?
Final round.
That's really how it is. Urian's like got a slightly losing matchup against almost the whole cast. And then Aegis is equally broken against everyone. Minor exception Akuma. Oh, that's a... Okay, that's still a punish, I think. It's a medium one.
You win. Now.
How are Urian's other supers? They're okay, but SA3 is so much better than the others.
Now.
SA3 is like a very strong candidate for the Game's Best super. And then SA1 and SA2 are just ordinary supers. SA1 is a reversal. SA2's appeal is that it does kind of high dizzy, but when I say high, I mean like it's not that high. It does like 20%. It's not horrible to combo into, but it is the hardest of the three.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Urian has surprisingly few and weird setups for SA1 because he needs a grounded connect to get all the damage. If you get a midair connect, it's very weak. Gennai would be maybe better. Gennai is the other one fighting for that spot. Or a super that's still viable, barring Alex SA2. I don't know. That's a hard call. There's a lot of supers that are kind of mid, but like you could make them work if you wanted to.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Sean SA1 is, I don't know. Sean supers are decent, honestly. Sean has other problems that are not as supers. Blue Nocturne? That's the actual worst super in the game. It's not viable. Well, it depends on your definition of viable. I guess it is viable. All of Akuma's essays are viable.
Are you ready? Go.
Shinshoryu is actually one I was thinking of. It's definitely viable, but it's not the worst. It's super hard to like gauge. You've got a lot of very good supers that just see no play because the character has a bunch of good supers. Like all of Yon's supers are extremely good, but you never see two of them because 3 is there. Hugo Super 2 is viable, and it's not great, so that's a decent answer. Dudley SA1 is about as good as SA3, honestly.
Engage.
It's only very slightly worse. Chen SA1 is a decent answer. That's kind of like Yun, where it's not a bad super, it's just bad because she's got a much better one. Most other characters would quite like Chen SA1. This whole question is extremely hard to quantify. Good against Hugo is what a lot of people say. Elena Healing is also one of those supers where it's good against certain matchups. Hugo would be one. QSA1 is very manageable. I don't think I've ever seen someone seriously pick QSA3. QSA2 I generally think is the best. But, you know, SA1 is very feasible. 12 SA2 is a very mediocre super that's viable. Sayambu is quite decent. Most people, the thing about Sayambu is it's difficult. Most people don't want to do lab work. Meh. The combo into it is quite hard, but it's frequently available. 12 has a fairly easy time comboing stand forward from from a good jump in, or after a parry or something like that. And then any stand forward theoretically leads to SA2. It's just a pain in the ass to do it. It's quite a hard link. And the combo itself is quite strong. No, it's not back medium kick. It's stay medium kick. Back medium kick cancels into stuff on the ground. Stay medium kick cancels the jumps. And you have to do an instant air super to get that.
You win. You have no dignity. Now, let's fight like gentlemen. Are you ready? Go.
That one setup is quite good. The damage to the bar is not great, but 12's damage is low in general. The most annoying thing about it is taking away your EX, I think. Otherwise, I think it'd be okay. Well, the most annoying thing about it is that the combo is kind of difficult. Cool juggle. Nice whiff punish. 12 stand medium kick is super cancelable if you super jump and then cancel it before jumping. So you can't normally do stand medium kick SA1, but you can do stand medium kick, super jump cancel, and then SA1 before jumping. It's like Chun-Li's close roundhouse. Works the same way. Slam Dance is a huge gimmick super. It's pretty funny. The gimmick is that it's a command grab, but it recovers so fast that if you jump out, he can back fierce you. But that's not a very good gimmick. Makoto's damage output with SA3 is absolutely terrifying. Even though she can't block, it's still really good. Really good's a bit strong. Her other two supers are obviously better, but I think it's viable. She does like 1.5 damage or whatever. I don't remember the amount. It's a lot though. Even though her combos are short, she can just, like, if she gets like 2 good reads, she can kill you.
You win. Now, let's fight like gentlemen. Prepare to strike. Now.
Rolling Thunder is an okay super that's utterly killed by the fact that it's 1 frame too slow. Obviously, Dudley would rather have EX, but losing the combo from overhead fucking sucks too. If not for those two, it would probably be his best super.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Oh. The funny thing about Dudley SA2 is it creates a very different Dudley. Your objectives are really different because you're trying to save your meter, and your links into super are very different from SA1 and SA3 juggles into super. But you never see that because you never see SA2 Dudleys. So this is the problem with the question of viability. It's like Dudley with SA2 is a better character than Sean. Like, way better. So it's like, you know, what do we count as a viable super? Every super in this game works at least a little bit. You can land all of them. Even Blue Nocturne. Dudley with Super 2 is honestly a better character probably than like a lot of the mid tiers. Shun SA3 is horrible. It tanks her viability, I feel. She can still play neutral against a lot of characters. Her footsies are really good, but she has no win con. It's quite hard to land SA3 as Chun-Li. She's got very few setups for it. Even Oro SA1 has a couple like kind of niche scenarios that are kind of novel. The main one I like to bring up is Denjin Ryu. The range where Ryu likes to use Denjin, where it's the hardest to parry on reaction, is the range where Oro can punish it with EXSA1. Which is absolutely hilarious. But, you know, Oro's got two of the best supers in the game, so picking the other one is a very hard decision to make. You'd rather just bring your booger. If the Ryu knows that, it's still decent. No, it punishes Denjin. Yeah, like... It prevents him from using Denjin at its most effective range, is the thing. It doesn't become bad just because Ryu knows. If Ryu commits to Denjin, you can punish it with SA1, EXSA1. And if Ryu doesn't commit to Denjin, then you don't have to worry about it. And for what it's worth, Oro can still just combo into SA1. So it's not like you're bringing no super. It's obviously worse than like Stones though. Or Orb.
Are you ready? Go.
Wow, punished. No, I would not. It's mostly a novelty.
You win.
Alex SA3 is honestly more of a knowledge check than SA1 is. But it's annoying that two of Alex's supers are knowledge checks.
Strike. Now.
Alex SA1 should have just been one frame. And honestly, the range should be bigger too. He needs it. Alex honestly should just have super cancelable light chop. It's goofy that it's not. Fuck it. He'd be quite a good character with that.
Are you ready? Go.
If I was gonna, Alex is the single easiest character in this game to fix. I feel like we talk about that a lot. If I was gonna fix Alex, I would make like 2 changes and I'd be done. One of them is light chop super cancel. One of them is cancelable towards fierce. I'd make cancelable towards fierce. I'd make it combo into medium chop, and I'd make it so medium chop you can link like stand strong. And I'd just stop there. I'd be like, okay, Alex is good now. I want to see some Alex players do that parry into towards fierce into medium chop.
You win. Prepare to strike. Now.
That sounds like you could probably loop it. I imagine that there's probably some pushback, net pushback every time. Because I think heavy chop combos to towards fierce, right? Just have it open up. Stand strong cancel. It's always kind of funny to see that for some reason.
Go.
Whoa, was that a failed ducking? Or did he want to walk in more and still get low run house? Oh, what a red. Woo! Here we are. Necro can't do this forever. He has to eventually stop. Oh, Dudley landed. And he punished. I guess Dudley loses a little bit of height each parry. Kind of hard to believe considering how long it took him to land. There are some characters who don't.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Well, it depends on what you're parrying. Electricity is always going to be the same distance apart, I guess. Necro is okay, balanced. It's not the best. I don't think he there's only like 2 matches where he's pretty horrible. Generally, he's fine. And it's like the 2 matches you would expect it to be. Necro is like viable in every matchup. Even the likes of Chun-Li or Yun. He's okay. Yeah, he's quite cheap in the corner. I think Ken's not horrible for him. It might be. I think even Chun-Li's might not be horrible for him. I think he's okay. I think he probably loses to both Yun and Chun-Li, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 6.5, 3.5. So like a pretty bad matchup. But I don't think it's much worse than that. Not infinite. Yeah, do you lose distance or does heavy chop not combo to 6 hard punch? Lose distance. Wow, that was nice. Did he just anti-safe jump with that super? Yes, you actually can. If you want some interesting third strike. Pretty sure. I think I labbed that once and it does in fact work. It definitely works in SF4. I'm like 80%, 90% sure it works in SF3. You can swap Torozon version midway through. You can honestly run SA1 Necro, it's not even bad. In some matchups people run it more often than they run Electric Snake. There's nothing particularly bad about it in other matchups. Like, you can run it in any matchup if you want to. That's true, yeah. The Rekka's, yeah, it's definitely, you can change midway through. Because you do heavy Rekka, light Rekka for some of Yang's combos. In the corner. Yeah, you can change them mid-combo. Dash in. Necro's dashes are surprisingly good. That's a cool combo.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Wow. Cool. I don't know how many of those he truly needed, but it was neat.
You win. Now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
SF6 Dalsim looks quite a bit different. I mean, already Dalsim and Necro are not so similar. But SF6 Dalsim looks like it's taking it even further. No super cancel? Do you want one? That's like a string you would normally super cancel. Nice parry. Might have been the OS. Nice. You get a juggle here. You never see it. It's always so cool when you see it. Aw. Didn't look worth. Okay, Ken kind of looked like he was gaining height. I like Necro better than Dalsim and I can articulate it. It's because of the rushdown. You know, Dalsim kind of has rushdown too. They're very different flavors of rushdown though. Ooh. Too many Makotos in SF5. I didn't think they didn't even have one, but I know what you're talking about. They kind of did have too many Makotos. I think I had too many Kamis. I think SF5's engine turned everyone into Kami.
Final round. Go for it.
Yeah, SD Dulcim is the one with the one with the dive kick. The only character in the game with the dive kick. Double back fierce, dash under. MVC2 Dawson with the 8-way air dash and zoom normal chains. The most cursed shit imaginable. The only Capcom side character with an 8-way air dash.
You win. Now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
That was really far out, but I think it maybe could have worked. I don't know. No super cancel. Look at that Pepe.
You win. Now. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
That is kind of rad. I've never really thought about Ratio Marvel 2. Sounds kind of fun. I've heard of Random Select Marvel 2. I've seen that a few times. It's pretty funny. Who was it? Dark Prince versus Justin Wong. They had like a set where Justin was playing Random Select. I haven't thought about that in a long time. And he rolled like Ken, Jill, Cammy? I don't remember. He rolled like a very Kuzo team. Ruby. It was like Jill, Ken, Ruby. That was back when Justin was still a heel, but Dark Prince was even more of a heel. True.
Are you ready? Go.
Justin did quite well if you go and watch the video. He didn't win though. It was supposed to be a flex, but like honestly I feel like it ended up being a Justin flex. Because he did quite well with that team versus like a top tier team in a game where the tiers are so far apart.
Are you ready? Go.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Justin can play every character in MBC2 pretty well. Like if you just told me that Justin's fucking Doom Strider was like as good as Clockworks, I would just believe you. Be like, yeah, I can see that.
You win.
Wow. Whoa, this one's weird. Look. The screen ratio. Why is it like this? It's not correct.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Might one around.
All right, that's cool. Fighters ready. Engage.
That was a meaty parry, I think. Disrespect. Whoa, that was nice. I feel like all these players only even go for the X uppercut on the same attempts that the other players go for the neutral jump parry. It's like, why the fuck do these always match up? It's such a weird thing to go for a neutral jump parry on the opponent's wake up, and it's such a rare thing to see the wake up EX. In most games, Justin does things that are not super difficult, but that's often the mark of a really good player. You can see that with a lot of the crazy best players in the world. Instead of doing something crazy technical, they'll like, what do you call that? They cut the Gordian knot. They find some very simple way to just like ignore all the mix-ups. Neutral jump parry doesn't beat, well, the throw whiffs, but in this game, you usually can't do jump shimmies. Usually you're not really in time. Air normals don't have enough hit stun, so you'd have to hit them very low before you land, which means the throw will recover in time. So you can like neutral jump a throw and then hit it with something like Remy stand roundhouse, or jump roundhouse rather, but you won't be able to combo on the ground in time. Dudley might be able to with his neutral jump roundhouse because it's very short. Not the roundhouse, but Dudley's jump. Dudley does not jump very high. So neutral jump roundhouse land super might be okay for Dudley to beat throws, but most characters can't really do it very well. I played Justin, not Dudley. I played Justin twice in Third Strike. It's a bad matchup, so take it for what you will. But he absolutely creamed me both times, doing very, very simple things. I lost 5-0 and 5-1 in the 2 sets we've ever had. But I never really had a chance to do anything. He just played like a super basic defensive game where I never... If I was going to go for guest parries, I had to do it on a complete prayer. I just never knew when the attacks were coming because he just picked like weird moments to attack. And occasionally I would get the guest parries, but of course it would be like guest low parries on Chun-Li where I couldn't even safely hit a button. Anyway, like anyone could study it and theoretically learn how to play the way he was playing and just smush me, because there was nothing he was doing that was that hard. It's the same way with like Tenren, if you ever see him play. It's like he can do incredible things if he wants to, but usually he plays in such a way that he doesn't need to do incredible things. His play is so stable, he has ways of just not even letting you push your mix up. You can do that pretty easily in Third Strike. Pretty easily is a bit strong. It's possible to do that. That's how you have players like Kuroda, who just like basically look like they're playing with their food, but what they're actually doing is a kind of neutral where you can prevent the opponent from even getting opportunities at stuff. Third Strike is very much a game where you can play anti-opponent's character, and then it kind of stops mattering what character you're playing because you're playing like anti-Dudley. Yeah, Exotech is also like that. All the good players are. Nice. Yeah. Oh, he didn't get his stand roundhouse. Missed the red parry. Oh, look at that. Street Fighter 3, yes. Not so different from how Grandmasters play chess. Videos. Have there been so many? I guess there have.
The heat of battle. Go for it.
I made a bunch of videos during the beta. Wow. Luke 1, yes. I've had so many people ask, I'm starting to get sick of it. I'm sorry to pick on you. But, like, I'm literally going to start the Luke video with, like, every YouTube comment asking. Why can't you just scroll down? There have been, like, 8 YouTube comments that are just, hey, are you going to do a Luke 1 as well? And every single one, I'm like, yes. I'm going to do one for everyone
Battle. Go for it.
in the game. Luke is cool in SF6, and I won't hear any Luke bad-mouthing. Yeah, I ought to be striking while the iron's hot. So I bought the graphics card, for anyone who was following all that. Skip Luke.
Final round. Go.
It's coming Saturday. I can record the Luke one without the graphics card, but I'd like to wait for it. So I might just wait, you know. Not do it today. Not do it tomorrow because I'm working.
You win.
The graphics card, after tax, I ended up pulling in something like, I think 540, and then the graphics card I bought was like 539, so that ended up being pretty nice. Or not after tax, after, what do you call it? It's a, what was it? 6800 XT RX. It's an AMD card. Yeah, after fees. I mentioned in the thing that that was the one I was going for, and I got, it was a Sapphire brand, which all the reviews for it were really good, and they said it was quiet, and I was like, okay, that's me. The graphics card in my computer is a 980 Ti that I'm borrowing from Plumpkin. Yes, I did watch that. And I've been borrowing that graphics card for a very fucking long time. The one I had before that was a 970. So I haven't made a graphics card update since the 970 came out, which is when I bought that. That was before graphics card prices exploded. It was quite cheap. I don't remember how much it cost. It was like somewhere between $100 and $200, I think. Right? Am I misremembering that? I think the 980, like MSRP was like 300, and now they cost like 600 or something, 700. It's like a lot. Ooh. Graphics card prices have been super inflated for a really long time. Because of crypto and because of various other things. The honest to God truth is people are still going to buy them even when the price goes way up. So you might argue that this is actually their true value. Yeah. I've really been trying to put off buying one, but it's been 8 years. And most of the time when I open up SF6 it just crashes. It's like fatal D3D error. And I have to like close all my browsers plus Discord plus other stuff in order to even be able to open it. Like, I see it, I see the screen tear. Hmm. 1060 is comparable to 980. Jesus, I didn't know it was that sharp of a jump from the 9 series to the 10 series.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Or are we using comparable in a loose way? $760. The good old days. I don't remember what my graphics card was before the 970. It's been way too long. I remember in like 2004 or something. I don't remember the year. It was whenever FF11 came out. 2005, somewhere around there, right? I tried to buy it on PC, and then it turned out the computer didn't run it. And we were just using onboard graphics on a pre-built computer. It was just like, wow, I bought this game, but I can't even play it until I spend like $100 more on like a card. And then even then it didn't run very well, and I had to do like a subscription. It was such a nightmare to fucking actually like play that game. I ended up only playing it for like 1 month. My man came in here and typed Sneed. Then he hit enter. He hit a period, then he hit enter. I should have played it on PS2, but I don't remember ever seeing the adapter in stores for a Ethernet port, and I didn't have. I don't remember how our internet worked back then. I hate subscription to anything, like a lot. I really hate it. Anything, even stuff like Netflix or like YouTube Premium or whatever. I cannot. In my head, I just cannot pay for a subscription. Sure, I'll stream World Tour. Not even Twitch subscriptions. I get a free Twitch sub from Amazon Prime and that's it. And I don't even like Amazon Prime. I only have it for free because I'm a student. Anytime I've ever played a game that was sub-based, like World of Warcraft or Fantasy Star Online, I hated it. It was just like I felt that all the time that I was not playing the game, I was pouring money down the toilet or something. And it made it so it wasn't fun when I wasn't playing the game, and it made it so it wasn't fun when I was playing the game. I tried quite a few paid MMOs and just could not, like, I could not wrap my head around parting with the money. It literally just completely prevented me from enjoying it. I also only had PSO for 1 month. Thank God the game died, and then a free server popped up that was all the same rates. So everyone just played on that instead. That was like while the game was still out, I think. It's one of the reasons it died. It's like literally like the official server is just out there, and it costs like $15 a month or whatever. And then there's just a private server that's just identical in every way that's free.
Are you ready? Go.
And I think a bunch of people all jumped to stack. Whoa, I got the sub. Even while PSO was still out. Nice parries. Remember that whole debacle with MapleStory private servers and my channel potentially getting shut down? What a mess. I won't talk about it for my own safety, but it resolved in the strangest way imaginable.
Go for it.
I was the one who was worried. The whole thing only lasted like 2 days, but it was a very stressful 2 days for me. No, next... I can't talk about it. You guys will just have to wonder.
You win.
No, I guess I can talk about it. He's never gonna like watch this video. I'm like 90% sure it's a rogue agent posing as Nexon. Just a guy who just tells companies that he's works for Nexon and then just sends a bunch of cease and desists. He's gotten a bunch of stuff shut down. He just like floods them with uh, copyright notices and says not to challenge them, or else he'll like refuse to negotiate and like get your channel shut down. But then if you actually challenge the copyright notices, the challenges go through because he doesn't have a way of proving that he works for Nexon. And he like targets anyone he sees playing a private server. The way Twitch handled it was so unbelievably bad, I don't even have words. YouTube had my back. YouTube told me about the challenges, then they looked into it. I did actually challenge it before he told me not to. And I was like, oh, I can't unring this bell. You actually can't cancel a challenge. And then YouTube upheld my challenges. They were like, yeah, he can't, these aren't copyright infringement. Meanwhile, Twitch literally just banned me without even sending me a message. I just suddenly couldn't log in. And then I finally got to Twitch, like showing that like YouTube had defended the bans, and the guy redacted it because, you know, I tried to work with him. I took down the videos in question, and then he took down the copyright strikes, and then Twitch unbanned me. No, there's Kick now. Let's all hop onto Kick. Kick isn't even paying me to say this. No, I think it's CK. It's like a new Twitch. It's like exactly like Twitch, except they pay for Twitch a sub. Half of the money goes to Amazon's pocket, half goes to the streamer. On Kick, it's 95% to the streamer, 5% to the company. In terms of features, they're pretty similar. I could buy that.
Prepare to strike now.
Anyway, it's just way better for content creators to sub on Kick. Short for kickback? Damn, I didn't know that. Makes sense. Nice. Whoa, that didn't kill.
Prepare to strike now.
That was a perfect anti-yellow forward. Honeybee, I remember him. He played Devora. He's a very good player. What was his group? I want to say Commander, but that's not it. What was it? Was it Commander Honeybee? I don't remember. I think Biohazard was on the same team as him. I like both of them a lot. MK11, I often thought it wasn't very interesting from a tournament perspective, like watching, you know, Garrus versus Cassie, like another again, you know. But I gotta say, there are certain characters in that game who I was like, wow, this is super cool. And Devora was one of them, and Kano was one of them. There's certain characters that are just like snore as fuck in that game. Like anytime I saw Fujin, like Fujin might be actually kind of interesting, but I didn't know enough about him to make it interesting. Or like what's her face? Um, the Elder God. Why am I not thinking of her name? Probably had a C. Cetrion. Yeah, she was snore as well. Really what it came down to is there's certain characters I just saw way too much. I don't think I've ever seen a Melina. There were some characters I saw a lot, but it was kind of funny. Like, I remember when the whole thing was going down with Shiva. I was enjoying that. I liked every time I saw Shiva on stream.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Meanwhile, I knew how to play both Scorpion and Sub-Zero, so even though they were both relatively common, I enjoyed footage of both of them. Fujin seemed to be quite deep. I'll say that for him. There's a lot of interesting ideas. Like his little pull. Like his wind walk. He got it. It's kind of weird to see that without the last low short. Almost always people either do two low shorts or low short, low jab, low short. That was low short, low jab. I like Shang a lot. Johnny Cage was super cool. Baraka was alright. Well, Baraka was kind of boring, but I liked Biohazard's Baraka. He played a lot of meme shit, and it was fun. He like had a variation that was just all the flag moves. Just played Baraka with the flags.
You win. Are you ready?
I loved Kano's. Kano had like such good fucking variations, or what do you call that? Custom moves. There were like so many different ways to play Kano in MK11. He was so cool. Is so cool. I didn't see him in tournament that much. I did in the beginning, I guess. I haven't seen him recently. Molotov Kano stuff is really cool. The snake bite is really cool. Yeah, the gravity field. The improved normals and the command grab are both really busted. There was a lot of weird synergy with a lot of the attacks. The acid spray, it's really good. There are some characters who basically had just 3 custom moves that were worth a damn. And then there were some characters who had like 9. It was kind of frustrating. I remember the acid spray being like just crazy, like busted with how it wasn't like really strong. It was just like so rarely a bad idea.
Final round. Go for it.
When I was labbing Melina, Melina has like 2 good customs, and you have slots for 3. So I think every Melina ever just runs the same customs, which is very frustrating. Facebook. It's cursed as fuck. What the fuck punish was that? He had so much better than that. He had like Stem Run Us into EX Machine Gun Blow. Wow. This is now anyone's game. How? It's not so weird for Dudley to lose that, but like, you know, if it was me, I would have pushed some kind of mix up. Low short, overhead, I don't know. How are you gonna throw meaty rows like that? Not just do something.
Are you ready?
He's trying to get walk out, walk in throw probably. Just got tagged by Ken hitting a button and then dashing. It was a good play by the Ken. Ooh, nice parry. Reaction. He didn't commit and he reacted to the attack with the parry. Oh, I lost to Com level 8 Ryu at least once, and Plump put that on because I lost to a computer. I had a couple people point out that I did better against the Com than like Daigo or Takedo did apparently. I do even better against it now since I'm better at Ryu combos. I actually know what optimal stuff is now, or approximately optimal. Ah, he got a dash. Maybe he wanted one. More likely he wanted some variety of, I don't know, actually. That was like the last frame before he landed that he connected that jump fierce. That was a standing hit. And Dudley didn't even like, well, he already committed to the TC. Maybe this is my year. Maybe they can have an Evo for fighting level 8 Com and I can win it. They put everyone at 100 matches against the level 8 Com, and whoever wins the most wins Evo. Yeah. Whoa. Got through too soon. A lot of people are complaining about input reading, but obviously the Com is going to input read. It has to. It's just a matter of how fair the input reading is. And generally speaking, it was quite fair. There was only like two things that really struck me as being kind of bullshit. They could single hit confirm off of cancelable attacks, which a human wouldn't be able to do. Fighting game is the cheapest AI I know of. Probably Mortal Kombat 3. Mortal Kombat 3, once you get above a certain difficulty, it will just do the hard counter to everything you do. And you just can't do anything unless you have exploits. But fortunately, there are quite a few exploits. Exploit. Oh, I don't even know about MK Trilogy. Yeah, I could see it being worse. And that game has a thing where if you put in a coin, you die and you put in a coin, the difficulty goes down. So it's just understood if you don't know how to exploit the com, you're just gonna have to go. Yeah, you're just gonna have to spend $1 to get through arcade mode. Some fighting games have notoriously strong AI, some have notoriously weak. It really just depends on the series. SF5's AI is decent. It plays relatively like a human. And, you know, a beginner won't be able to beat the highest level of it. But, like, a pro will. I don't know if I believe whether SF6 CPU learns from you. It seems AI'd in a relatively intelligent way. Wow, that's super. There are certain things it's programmed that it obviously should be able to deal with that it's programmed not to deal with on purpose. Like long range low forwards or drive rush overheads. It just eats drive rush overheads like 3/4 of the time. And obviously the com, even a human could react more than that. And whenever you're fighting a com in a fighting game, you can be shameless. You don't have to try and mix it up. The com will not take into account that you just hit it with the same side of a mix-up like 4 times. You can just always do the option that has the statistical greatest chance of success. Oh, it cheats with fireballs. It reacts faster than a human could, jumping over a projectile. So it's single. Those are the two things that I thought were really bullshit about the way the comp plays that were different from how a human would play. It reacted to successful pokes with single hit confirms, and it reacted to fireballs too quickly. In those particular ways, it just determines like a human wouldn't be able to do low forward and just if this hits all super level 3. But a com can just say, oh, like, you know, this is a guaranteed low forward because I already hit it. So I guess I'll just cancel it to level 3. So like if you, it would be fine if it occasionally did level 3 on, like low forward level 3 on block, but it doesn't. It only does low forward level 3 on hit, which is cheap. Computers shouldn't be able to single hit confirm unless the move is deliberately long cancel window to allow for stuff like that, like Roof Fierce. Thoughts on Makoto? She exists? What kind of thoughts? Is she cute? Yeah. Do I want her back? Yup. Is she good? Pretty good. I never thought Makoto was that... Well, I guess I thought she was that cute. But what truly convinced me that she was even more cute than I initially realized was one of her SF4 taunts where she turns to the back, turns away from the viewer, and puts her hand above her eyes and looks around. And she says, I don't get out much. Or something like that. She's like, you know, I don't get out much. And she's looking around. It was at that moment I was like, wow, Makoto's cute. One change I'd give her an SF6. I would give her Drive Impact. I might give her Drive Rush too. Jesus Christ, Makoto Drive Rush sounds terrifying. Drive Rush is already super good on characters who don't have good dashes. Thoughts on Alpha 2 and 3. I like both of them. I used to play Alpha 3.
Are you ready? Go!
Hey, I might go pull this aside for a sec. Thoughts on CVS 2? Me? It's cool. I like watching it, kind of. I've never really played it. I don't really know how anyone really played it, to be honest. Has it been online? I guess it is now, obviously. But, like, if it was on, like, you know, GGPO back in the day, I probably would have played it. But it wasn't.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
It's like one of those games where I don't know how people, like, got to net play it. LDC makes sense. Dead Strike is an easy game to net play. So are, like, things like KOF 98 or 2002. Which is why they saw so much play on GGPO. There's, like, an awkward little period after that with stuff like MVC2 where it was really hard to net play for a long time. I'm just, well, here specifically I'm talking about when the time period long gone. Like, I'll Fightcade, generally speaking. But, Fightcade has it and GGPO didn't. I think I would have played it if I knew how. But instead I jumped to Third Strike because that was easy to play online. What a nice punish.
You win the battle. Prepare to strike.
Yeah, fighting games are in this interesting little place compared to most games, online games, because you only actually need one opponent. Which means with stuff like Discord, it's pretty easy to just find someone who will play your game with you, even if it's a game that's not popular. Ooh, nice.
Are you ready? Go.
Yeah. Both companies have kind of expressed like positive feelings about it. So I feel like it could happen, it's just a question of when. Schedules need to line up that both of them are ready for a new game like that. Don't look at me. Might just interact favorably with his normals. Ken's far a hard punch I situationally see. It's an okay poke in particular matchups, so if someone said that, I maybe believe them. There, he just did one. Maybe it doesn't have the same level of commitment as Dermanos in this matchup. Normally you see Ken's poke with Dermanos if they want like a long range high poke. Hadouken? I think he wanted it too, I don't know.
You win. Now, battle. Fighters ready. Engage.
I just want another fighting game with something more experimental like how Grooves were. Last fighting game I played that felt really experimental was probably MVCI. How did that low short not kill? Worst fighting game I ever played? Probably like Shaq Fu. KF12 was... KF12 was still a lot better than some of the schlock I played. KF12 was probably like one of the worst King of Fighters games, but it's so much better than like, you know, something like Time Killers.
You win. The battle.
12 is the beta for 13.
Now.
12 limped, so 13 could sprint. I think I bought and returned 12. I bought and played 13 quite a lot. 13 was a game I loved. I probably logged more hours in 13 than almost any other fighting game after Street Fighter titles. My team was Kenso Ryoshen. I don't know if it's gonna see play. I'll be excited if I get to see other people playing it again. KO 13 is one of the best fighting games ever made from a spectator perspective, I think.
Final round. Engage.
There were so many like weird characters that were viable in that game and had such like extremely specific combos. Their team was the really good looking 2D one. It's, in my opinion, it's the best KOF. But I like 15 a lot, and there are people who will swear by 2002. and you should believe them because there are a lot of them, and they wouldn't say that unless it was true.
Now, battle.
KF11 is also quite interesting, and obviously 98 is very popular.
To the heat of battle. Go for it.
If you're gonna play a KF game, make it one of those. 98, 2002, 11, 13, 15. 95, Jesus. Isn't 95 before hopping? If it doesn't have hopping, it's not KOF. I like the half-minute combo. Hitting a half-minute combo is fun.
Engage.
I love doing my hyperdrive stuff in KOF 13. Yeah, in 94 you have to pick like manual team or automatic teams. Spot dodge. Extra mode. Weren't Ralph and Clark Team Brazil? Imagine being a Brazilian and trying to play any fighting game. I'm so sorry all you Brazilians out there. Team Brazil was just 3 people who were not from Brazil. Yo!
You win. Prepare to strike. Now.
Whoa, B-Train's here. That sounds pretty good. I haven't seen Deshiken play in a while. Actually, I haven't seen KO play in a while. How recent is this first to 10 set? Link it and we'll watch it.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Alright, I'm ready for Insane. Those players are 2 of the best. Every now and then you see, hold that thought.
Final round.
When's the next Co-op Cup? I'm tired of waiting. How many did we miss? Didn't they like announce one this year or something? DreamHack Japan. Okay. Oh shit, that's soon. Right, here I go. Is this formatted correctly? Ish. It's a little bit wrong, but we can see the screen. Alright, time out a sec. Well, that'll do.
それではですね、お待たせしました。10歳
Alright, when did the words start?
遠征スペシャルバージョンでお送りしました。
Looks like right here. Alright, super as I would expect.
まあお互い前に前にっていうスタイルですからね。ただとりあえずはやっぱ
Ooh,
欲しい
aggressive.
けど、剣は陣内まで欲しいっていうのがあるんですけど、
Mm.
今一度に
Second red cut, not punished. I don't know if Ken has a great thing to do there, besides Shippu. Nice.
読み勝っていく。
Whoa. Didn't cancel it. Maybe he wanted command grab and got stand like kick. Maybe he didn't intend to cross through,
見たすぎて見ちゃうよね。こ
but hit the
れ
corner
ちゃんと見たい。
and rolled the command grab the other way or something. Oh, nice. That was nice and high. He might have needed the car for the second one though, because it was so far. Or like a micro walk or something.
前方昇竜警戒の前方ベーションちょっと一瞬
Oh, I hate being in Yang's mix. Nice.
前 個を入れてちょっと待ってボタンでガード前方になってます。勝利ガードできるやつですね。
That dizzy bar, probably not a threat actually.
大パンあれ一応大パン
Okay, indeed a threat.
ブロワレ
はい、
た時だけ
はい
2段目出すっていうのができるんで、
うん、
ブロワレガードはヒットなら灯籠が出るっていう、さあ踏み込んできたところにシワシワである。
EX Rekka is so strong.
健三さん
Oh, the parry into block!
ので起き上がり弱雷撃目の前打ちで埋まらない
I love that palm in the corner. You get really cool combos when it hits. Okay,
小系灯籠
that was over.
読み立っていく。
あーきっちりまあ行きましたね。残るかなとちょっと思ったんです
いや
けど、
さすがにあれは死にますね。
まずは KO ヤンが
Strong start.
選手ですね。
Nothing crazy happened, but it was good play.
この2人の対戦見てるとやっぱ攻めが強いゲームなんだなっていうのが、
うん
本当にこの2人、まあ、あと黒人さんとか、あの辺の人を見てるとちょっと一回自分のスタイル
Okay.
を見直させられた。
したいなと。
いやもう結構
Ah, parry into block again.
やっぱ攻めの強いゲーム。
He's waiting for the DP cancels.
そうかなり
It's quite cool to see it pay off.
お互いにも
Channel is Game Newton.
早い中でちゃんと読み合って技の選択してるんで、
まあちゃんと読み合うのは当然で、
Ah, one hit only.
どこまでスピードを上げていく
That could have done. That could have shaved off like all of Yang's health. Ooh, the punish. That's quite scary. Because if you're mashing super motions, you're not blocking in this game,
このヤンガーとしては
and you don't know how many
まあお互い
EX Rekka swings Yang's gonna do. So stuff like that can happen if you try and mash super.
受けるときは受けたいんですけど、デシケンさんの前の詰め方がうますぎてどうしても下がって
Empty
しまう。
jump back throw.
先に行った時のきつさは多分ヤンの方
Throws, throws, throws. Yep.
先に持っていきやすいのはヤンの方かなっていう。
まあちょっと地獄車があるんで一概には言えないですけど、さあ1-1デシケンさん取り返していく。解説のところが
もう治りましたね。
はい、
ああ、治ってない。
Okay.
さあ
Oh my God, Dead OS? No, he's got too much meter. He just did it based on the range.
それ見られちゃうと結構手痛い。
He's like, this will only hit if Yang walks into it. Red parry.
さあ赤ブロー
Very nice.
あちょっとゲージ
Akaburo, as they say.
まあちょっとそうですね、
読まれてる
そこは
ですね。
ノーマルになっちゃいます。
中足からの灯籠の赤ブロに関してはやっぱりノーマルと EX である程度読んどかなきゃいけないから、
Ah, hit the toe.
ブロル側が何をもって読みとするかっていう読むための要素を結構
さあ
大事になって
初段だろうが2段目だろうがお構いなし、ワンブロー
Okay. Still very winnable for Ken.
そうです。ヤンはめくれないはずなんで
Dizzy bars. That looked like a car throw. He walked in before that. Ken has a car throw, but it's shitty. But that might have been it. Well, Ken has a good car throw, but you've got to stand in between the car, which is very annoying. Yeah, that looked like it.
が1、デシケンが2です。 やっぱりその KO ヤンとやるときにまずスピードのその展開の速さについていけないと勝負の土俵に上がれないんですけど、
そうですね、でもまあ
Nice.
いわゆる S クラスの人たちは、まあそれはもうついて
Also
るだけ
nice.
ですよね。
I know the shortcut, but I hate doing crouching moves into DP motions in this game. Or it doesn't have a DP motion, so I don't care.
逆に追っかけて中足ブロック
Nice whiff punish. Deshikin's playing out of his mind this round.
苦しい
Okay, so no need to take any kind of risk.
ゲージは溜めたが
He could have done that DP at any point, I feel like, with the way Yang was
ゲー
playing.
ジゲージっていう試合でしたね今の
But he just waited. Smart. Wow, the whole thing. It worked, though. He got out of the range of a punish. Whew. Okay. One parry into light DP that traded with an EX Rekka.
ブロックの時の5フレ範囲で
Oh, very nice.
最速で、まあ、5フレ範囲で持ってないキャラ、6フレのキャラに対して最速で2発目までとりあえず入れるっていうのが安定じゃないですか。
そうですね、まあ
Oh, Roundhouse got dive kicked.
まあ、剣は相模中盤が6
Still
なんで
winnable for Yang.
とりあえず2発入れとくて相打ちを取るっていうのがだいぶ
Ah.
セオリーなんですけど、そこで EX が出ないと落ちやなんですよね。
そうっすね。しかも普通に結構ワンブロ昇竜とかで返してくるんで、
うん
そういうちょっと甘い読み合いがあまり通用しないというか。
そうですね、甘えは本当に通ってないですね、今のところ。さあこれで1対3、KO が1、デシケンが3です。
外撃処理マジうまいですね。
うん
ただもう少し散らしていけば、
はい
Okay.
スカしたりも。
Yang gets a nice little mix up there.
まあ、内撃の処理というよりは、飛びに対する
そうですね。
Oh,
上の見
very
方が
nice.
本当にうまいですね。
そのダッシュで距離詰めて、もう見るものを制限してる。
うん
で、まあ、必然と落とす確率が高くなってる。
Wow, that Stamina House did a lot on crouching Yang. Eating one attack.
結構行くの怖いですもんね。
Oh, the whole thing! Not even punished.
止まって昇竜。
DP just worked. Probably wanted a button into it. He wanted like low forward with DP maybe.
さあちゃんとノーマル確認で、
I don't know.
中足から陣来。
The timing of the DP made it look like that. Oh, it's over. Super. Yep.
僕もちょっと
Cool.
試合だけで試験さんとやったんですけど、
はい
I love that
ああ
juggle.
いうところで割り込みの昇竜、結構割り切って言ってくるので、やっぱそうするとまとわりつきたいヤンガーはすごい嫌な気分になる。
人としてそこ動くよねみたいなところで置いてあるのが強いですね。
なんかそのよく関東の上級者とかがその信頼関係みたいな
はいはい。
ことを言うんですけど、別にそれ僕は個人的にはそれ全然裏切っていい
まあ、た
いい
だの
派なんで。
名刺交換ですからね、あれは。
Making him land on a low forward. That was a TC into the whiff dive kick.
強さ。
Make him land a little faster maybe. I don't
中
know.
足から投げ。
All of it.
さあ全部取って。陣来は出なかったが。さあもうよくわかんない。
EX kills. Yeah. He probably got more meter build for that than just completing the Rekka. Well, he definitely did.
小足全部
EX Rekka builds no meter.
中足 EX ソロ打つよって
It's kind of funny.
小足 EX ソロを結構決め打つタイプですからね。
Oh! He hit and didn't react in time.
それだけ
Or something.
素直じゃいかないぞっていうのがあの瞬間に見えま
Good
す。
D. It looked like a cross-up jump to me. Okay, I can be pretty tricky with that. From very specific ranges, it can be hard to tell which side he's going to land on
あー怖い。
after Shippu.
いやもうビクビクしながら。
Oh, 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 oh! That's punish, I think.
しっかり
It wasn't reversal, but it doesn't need to be.
早期攻め。
Nice.
まあ、天使使ってきっちり仕留めて、2対4ですね、これで。
そのここまでの2回の術先見てて、
はい
デシケンさんの中足
There's life here.
確認、中足昇竜の、
うん
まあ多分立ち確認なのか純正ヒット確認なのかわかんないレベルでもう精度が高かったんで、
はいはい。
ゲージないからっつって中央で下捨てれないんですよ
そう、
ね。
後ろ入れっぱ、上入れっぱが絶対できないから。
Oh, shimmy.
まずは投げしけ、
It looked like parry attempts by Deshiken. Close enough to the corner. Don't you need a Kara for that? Or he started with raw DP, so I don't know. I thought you needed a Kara
ガード以外には勝つ
on
っていう
twins.
昇竜拳なんで。
That was pretty nice then.
まあ、剣道さんもね、こういう
It looks like he's usually not going for it.
うん
長くやったら、いい
But I know in the mid screen, I think you can't even Kara DP, right?
まあないとはいないと思うんですけど。さあ、うまい。
Probably could play,
でブドウのタイミング出して。
but probably wouldn't be as good. But I don't know. Like, they're both better than me, so I can't tell you.
確定したかな、今。
I think not too long ago, Tenren went to Japan and did quite well. But that was just against, like, I don't know. I don't know, it was against the truly S-rank players of Japan, you know.
すみません。はい、これで席替えになります。
Rather the top
2対5
Japanese players.
です。KO が2、デシケンが5
I don't know who all he played. But I think he was killing it while he was over there.
ああ、でもまあ、流れが来れば
こ
って
こまでね、とりあえずまさかの、ここまでリードされるとは思ってなかったんですけど、やっぱり昇竜拳がとにかく冴えてますね。
そうですね。しかも別に
Mester's on commentary right now. I played him.
うん、ただね、
I went
合ってる
絶対
とこで
分があるところで打ってます。
2 and 4. No, yes, 2 and 4. So I lost to him, but it wasn't a wash. And that's Mester. He's quite good.
さあ、いいことなかったが、
That was a while ago now.
うわ、意
is when he came over for the 25th anniversary tournaments. Ooh, wake up low short. That's Dagger G does that. It's kind of funny. The idea is they'll only even allow you to get that low short out if it
出ちゃう
hits.
んですよね。
I haven't played Nika KO in a long fucking time.
さっき全部にしてるんで、まだ渡りますね。
I used to play Exodus a decent amount. He's really good. He's like better at every character than I am at one character.
切りに行こうとしたのか。
ではない
単なる
と
ミスで
思いますけどね。
した
はい。
ね。単に EX が出なかったのかな。
うん。
そうですね、一瞬 EX でゼロドットって言おうとしたら、ノーマルだったん
If
で。
I were to guess who the... I don't know. I was going to say, if I was going to guess who the best player on Fight Kid is, I might say him.
さあ、振らせて。
But it's hard to know, because they're just, you know...
振らしをします。
At a certain point, it's just a bunch of players who are all better than you.
ケンさんのダッシュが鋭いんで、
はい。
もうどっかで中足置いとかないと。
Oh, that's a punish? No. It looked like it. That's really hard to catch landing frames. Oh, he just did it again!
振っていく。
Deshikin does not care. He had so much life that doing things like that was not horrible. Or rather, you know, he wasn't going to lose on it.
もうあれは読み合いなんで、もうしょうがないとしか言いようがないですからね。
でも多分あれもヤンガーも
It's easier to piano, yeah, reversal super than it is to get a reversal EXDP.
もしくは2回
But I feel like
でもまだ
EXDP probably would have been a little bit safer there.
そこはやっぱりヤンの弱点ではありますね。
Reversal window is quite hard to hit in third strike. If you've got a super, it's quite easy because you can piano it.
リターンが全部一緒っていう
Double DP? And he went for it.
安いですからね。
It was high enough that I'm sure Kara would have worked.
ミドルでライリー
Well, I'm not sure. But he lacked the lateral range. Maybe micro walk Kara DP. Ugh. Wow! Holy shit! It's insane that, first of all, he got that very precise timing to catch landing recovery on the dive kick. Second, he got it from that far out.
早い展開で
Whew.
絞って
That was like a huge moment. Oh, wow, that's hard to chase, huh? I'm sure Ken could chase it with super, but you'd rather chase it with something that doesn't cost meter. You'd rather, like, dash low forward or something.
逃げるしかない
Ugh.
さあこれは運がいい形運がいい形運がいい形
Nice.
あ何も解説してないですけどね
Oh, a little early. That's super hard to evaluate. If you're too late on the low forward,
結構
oh, nice. Good whiff punish. If you're too late on the low forward, it is blockable. If you're too early, it whiffs, and
健三さん
the window is based on how high they are when you parry them.
安全なじゃんけんと本当のじゃんけんがおります
Yeah.
ただかっこいいですね
Okay.
中盤
Yang lands 3 Rekas, he wins. 3 in a
さあ
bit.
ここで KO を取り返して6対3
ヤンの落ち攻め、特に落ち攻めって、もう本当にじゃんけんで
2 years. This is fairly recent in the grand scope of these
そ
players.
の時にじゃんけんに勝ったっていう事実しか残らないんで、
ちょっとじゃんけんの
的な解決にはならないんですよね。
なんないんですけど
Nice.
うまさやっぱありますからね
Oh my god, he just did it.
うわー
ちょうど間に合ってますね、今。
Okay. Nice confirm off the jump in.
投げて投げない埋めに行く
Okay.
さあ一気にビョラしていくこれは流れ来てるかまあそうですね人で対戦まあでもね対戦勝つの
Yeah,
は
2015 9 to
そういう
23, according to the description. I just read it.
暴れてくる
Not so recent anymore.
さっきまでの
Those were pretty low. I'm sure he could have comboed low short off of both of them. But, you know. Using plus frames to get a dive kick is never bad. Low forward Rekka. It's a mix up with command grab into. It's also Rekka.
昇竜読むのはやばいっす
Ooh. Heavy DP.
やっぱりこの昇竜拳、大昇竜が説明の上に対して全て拒否できるんで、これはやっぱ鍵になりますね。
あと来撃とか飛びガードさせた後の
Overhead blocked.
ちょっとした隙間ですね気になる
Doesn't even matter if you cancel it. Unless you cancel it like SA2 or something.
ちゃんと火力差を出せてるのであれば
Okay.
剣側が優位なんですけど、さあ
There's that stand jab EX Rekka. Kind of funny to see.
わ
People usually go for short.
もみ立っていく
Once again, Yang got like a bunch of EX Rekkas in a row
4
and won instantly.
追いついてき
追い上
ました
げてきましたね。
Yang's very scary to fight. I mean, obviously Ken is too.
143なんかさっきより200に
Yang is a character I can deal with Ken. I don't mind fighting Ken.
かなきゃこのレベルね
If the Ken's better, me will win. Simplaz. But Yang, you got to make your own openings because he won't give you any.
バレて傘にかかって前に
Yang is too safe.
本当にもう何もできなくなったんで、
その日は終了です
There's Ken making his own opening. Oh, he went for card EP. He wanted it. Didn't get it. It's really hard.
さあブロック中止確定
I think it's more restrictive on twins than any other character.
ダメ潰す
Probably like Oro or Ibuki, same boat.
めくり投げにいけるのがすごいなって
Okay.
思っちゃうんですよ
Still winnable. It's too high. He didn't have a combo. Wow, he really did. Oh, okay. He really did the whole TC. Ken wasn't ready with a punish. That TC's not that minus though. Ken obviously can punish it, but
さあ今度は回してるところに
that neutral jump, I'm sure he was parrying too.
負けない歩いて中盤
Oh, he should have done it that time.
じゃねえぞと
Ken probably, Deshiken just probably saw. He's like, oh, it's neutral jump, meaty neutral jump. This time I'll actually DP. Oh, did the whole thing.
ランダム確認素晴らしい
Whole TC and super cancel. That was kind of balls out.
さあ今度は削ってくる
That seemed like a really weird decision to make. Work.
ちょっと信じられないですめっちゃ集中してますね
What was he anticipating? Failed red parry or something? Ugh, that was a cool parry and it didn't even, it just put Ken and put Yang in a worse scenario.
ここですね
Nice swift punish. Didn't dump any meter. That was a really good EX Rekka poke. Knowing how to use EX Rekka raw is actually like, oh,
わ
that was
ー
nice.
KO が
さっきまで
はい
結構その埋めたりとか
There's a pretty narrow window there where Ken can wake up in time and block it in the front, or like not wake up in time and Yang goes overhead.
結構健三さんが置き去りにしてた
Of
ん
course, these players are pros at making everything ambiguous as fuck.
それを刈り取る動きを
初めてのバックステに
Looked like a cross up to me though.
今6対5ですまあ立ちで食らった
I would have blocked that right, but I would have died long before that. Okay. Oh, where's the confirm? He's did it. Maybe he raw confirmed. I don't know. It's Deshiken. Ugh. Why isn't that combo? But that looked close enough.
4回目さすがに中盤しっかり
Scary. Okay.
っていく
Deshiken's just like, eh,
こ
plug
の
it.
前で打つか打たないか
If I die, I die.
かったんですけど
Wake up EXDP. Nice. Love that anti-air. He was gonna parry 4 times with a fucking stagger in between.
そうですね
Ironically, I think jump strong is usually, well, it might be good against twins because twin air normals are not super good at hitting downward. So stand strong might actually trade or even win against like a jump in from that angle. But jump strong is normally not a great anti-air for Ken. I mean stand strong.
裏から中足埋めてく
It's good for that kind of thing when you're trying to catch someone who's air parrying.
大喜びです
Oh, I see low strong.
中盤に
これもう一周しましたかさあ裏回って中盤
Okay. Yeah, twins are short. EX Rekka, I mean EX Tatsu didn't hit. I have that as Oro all the time. Ken players do EX Air Tatsu against me and it just doesn't do anything. Nice super. He had better, but what he did wasn't bad. Double DP and he hits it!
これ
Very
ね
nice.
やっぱ端でこれ当たっちゃうのが本当に痛い
The car is not too hard, but it's also frame perfect.
まあ今のもねガードされても死なないんで剣が比較的打ちやすいは打ちやすいですよね多分関係ないでしょうねあれガードされて死んだとしても打ってると思うんで
Okay. Ken's getting a lot of early jump hard kick air dares. What the fuck was that? There's no way he wanted that. That must have been like low forward uppercut. He just got back medium kick instead. Such a weird decision. There you go. That's what he wanted. Good confirm.
口はしたら
Oh, Kara back throw. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Karas after a parry are really difficult. You've got to wait until the parry ends.
超冷静
Kara back throw makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about that.
さあ来撃来撃
When you hit a button after a parry, the game saves up the button and then does it later at the first available frame after the parry recovers. Parry stop ends.
さあ歩いてきたところに置いてあるそうなんですよねあれ打た
And
ない
if you Kara that button, the Kara doesn't come out at the right time. Normally a Kara is one frame after you push a button, but because the button comes out... Ooh, tried to whiff punish with a super. Because the button gets delayed before coming out, the Kara that's normally one frame after is actually like during or before.
一生飛んでくる
So you've got to like parry and then wait before a Kara throw.
じゃあ
It's also under that principle that SGGK works. Oh, on a Yun dive K. Oh, on a Yun low forward, I mean.
展開の差し返しって逆に楽なんですよね
Whiff punish super.
相手も押すしかないから
Meaty EX fireball.
すごいしっかり見る
That's
わかんないよりは楽です
very low risk, but not a super high success rate. Work there.
このちょっと不利なんじゃないのフレームから前方で
Ken's EX fireball is pretty damn hard to punish, especially as a meaty like that.
7対6ですね
It's zero if you parry it.
早すぎてよく大丈夫みんなよく
Probably worse if it's done meaty. I guess Yang might have been able to do wake up super, but you know who's about to do
あ
that?
んまりその、まあ、健三さんが対応してないのもあるんですけど、よくあるその前方転身を中盤で割って陣内から打っていうのが場面がほとんどない
That was pretty nice. Dash in, stay medium kick.
その近距離中間
Good reaction on the
出ない
whiff punish
から
for the throw.
結構行くっていうのが多いんで
Double DP. He goes for it. He gets it. Oh my god.
でもあそこでゲージ扱い
That's a very low risk red parry to go for. Well, low risk is... It's always a high parry. But low risk is a bit dishonest because, first of all, the timing can be different depending on which version of the Rekka, although it's usually going to be light.
投げ
And second of all,
さあ上暴れ
you still eat 3 Rekkas if you miss the parry, so... It's a set from 2015.
多分今投げこすってたっぽかったっすね
ここで2本離れて8対6で試験が 8KO が6です
足を用意しないと
A lot of the footage I ever saw of like KO was like SBO era, which is ages ago now.
それもさっきみたいに流れが来れば一気に
Very
返
nice.
せるんで
高速展開に付き合う
Double DP? He didn't even go for it. Might not have been good there.
選択としては大事で
Repositioning might have been better anyway.
歩きが速いんでどうしても高速にしやすいのはヤン側なんですけどそれをケン側が昇竜で拒否するっていうこともできるんでそれを
That anti-air.
するのか
It's kind of cool.
付き合った上で読み勝っていく
Yum.
のは結構
まあデシキさんが両方
Staying strong, trying to catch, I don't know what, anything.
さあ落ちる
Oh, it didn't get both hits. I was about to say that was really smart,
結構素直に来た
but it was really smart anyway.
が
Anti-air super almost always gets 2 hits. It's weird when it doesn't.
さあコパコパいくソロ
It's usually like hit 1 and 4. Woof, that forward dash looked bad. Yo! The fake palm into walk-in throw trying to catch a parry on the real palm.
止める
It worked, I think.
そうですねこれ近いとね
Buffered cancel, low forward.
チラシに引っかかっちゃうんですよね
Unconfirmed low forward, but he YOLO'd it. Does you get when he's feeling himself? He does some wild shit.
上も見ている
Ah,
最近画面端
that's it. Good looking low strong.
一応かけたのはデシケン9対6です
Alright, Deshiken looking pretty good here.
いや久々にしゃがみ中盤来ましたね今
ここまでなかなかやってこなかった
使い気味だったのか
There's a certain, like, when you demonstrate a willingness to YOLO, it also...
一気に
You can put the fear of God in your opponent.
ね
And Deshiken's not only a super good player, but he's also, like, kind of YOLO.
結構無防備に当たっちゃって健三さん画面見ちゃいました
And that can, like,
勝利はさすがにハード
very strongly motivate people to play in particular ways, more defensive ways, which lets them have more fun.
なんかこの勝利打つかどうかが剣士だのが本当に
A lot of players at this level, like, become very anti-risk taking.
さあきっちりと表面まで行ってこれでリーチですね
結構今頑張って
For what it's worth, Yang's damage isn't super high, so you can afford to take, you know, some risk.
さあタイグ壊しエクソロ
But it's not like eating low 40x rec is good.
前方中足灯籠大パン灯籠
Looked like low parries by Ken.
前中小径
Okay.
許さない
Signs of life.
ただでは終わらないですね。
ゲージ回収もしっかりして最終ラウンドケン有利だと思うんですけどなんか天使台みたいなとこあるんですよね
Ah,
さあしっかりガードこれは美味しい
that's the risk of turning it on.
さあ
Kind of surprised he didn't DP again. This kills.
ケンさんも今リバーサチュアしましたね
I feel like several times prior in this set, Ken's like had a DP get blocked and then eat a punish, and then he just DPs again immediately.
さあまだ終わらんよと
リーチは続きますが9対7です。
SF4 3DS online play is probably exclusively people sitting on the toilet. Okay.
手前の落ち読んで
Oh my god. I love the double close medium kick. That's quite hard to do. You've got a micro walk between them.
さあ中継中継
Oh, he got it again.
痛い方を当ててく
Jesus, hold up. KO's playing out of his mind.
っていく
Aura's actually got a very similar combo with his close medium punch, walking close medium punch. It's a bit similar to the twin close medium kick one. But I'm pretty sure the opponent needs to, or either the opponent needs to start airborne,
やっぱ昇竜拳は
or it's character dependent
一瞬お見合いみたいになっちゃ
for twins. Ah, canceled too late.
う怪しい
これ来ましたね今の。
デシケンさんが
Yang has some really funny combos with his close medium kick you basically never see. Stuff like close medium kick into the high connect roll into SA2.
結構それで乗っ
It's
か
really cool looking, but
かれちゃってるのは
not very common.
ありますねその辺の多分やりながらの読み合いが
You occasionally see the close medium kick roll into jab.
スイカが
Okay.
中盤 EX ソロ
Jesus, he's still doing it. Wake up heavy DP is
画面味
pretty rare at like mid-level play. Very common at beginner level, and it's very common from Deshiken.
EX されないが小パン
Okay.
あ少し小足狙ったが投げられてしまうさあ投げてく歩いて
This
中
is
足ソロ
pretty good for Yang. Yeah.
めくりライ
That's a very annoying parry to get.
まだ9対8
You don't have the normal like window to parry that
いやーもう行くしかないんだけどよく行けるよねって
because it has to be a parry to the left, and the parry to the left has to be after Yang crosses you up,
打たれといて
which is only a few frames before you wake up or whatever.
打つ方ですよ。
一方も行こうですよ
あんだけガードされてね痛いの食らって手で弾力はやっぱすごいですね。
スキージャンパイパー多分今昇竜拳出なかったのかなさあで試験さんもちょっとプレッシャーかかってきたのか中室ミスってさあ歩いていく中足食らって歩いていく
Wow.
さあかかとはしっかりガード
わ
前方これ確定します
It's funny when I was like a while ago I would have said Ken overhead to super is one of the things that makes him a really strong character.
足投げ
But
さあ
Deshiken hasn't pulled that out almost at all, and honestly, like, you know, when I think about things that make Ken strong, obviously like double DP and his damage in general is very good. Low strong confirms, very strong. The overhead's like icing on the cake, non-essential to his character.
5番投げ後ろが投げられて
内撃の幻影がちょっとやっ
Nice.
ちりきましたからね。
まあこれが10先ならではさあ
Okay.
しっかり待って確定の
I'm pretty sure Ken can fierce that, but he just supered.
さあ見てる
I don't know how close Yang is. I thought he was point blank, but I don't actually know. Pretty slow. It like, what is it, like 20 frames or something, 18? It's reactable. At the top level, you can red parry it or even just parry it. But, you know, it is, like, the thing about Third Strike is everything becomes a liability. Everything reactable becomes a liability. Yo, this is going real close.
これが本当の最後の試合
Okay, roundhouse poke.
さあもう意地の張り合いみたいになってきた
That did not look confirmed.
さあしっかり EX サード EX から中盤 EX ソロ勝利を
Okay,
渡
close
してる
medium kick times 2. That looked like a walk-in throw or a car throw or something. Ken did not just sit in the corner and throw. Oftentimes with like a shimmy, people will walk barely out of throw range, and if you walk barely forward, you'll grab them. Or if you have a car throw, wake up car throw is very strong. I do that myself quite a lot. People will shimmy like a smidge just to get out of your throw range, and you wake up a car throw and throw them anyway. Eh, missed the link. Nice, that was a shimmy. Car throw might have grabbed him, I don't know. Close run house. Is that a failed car throw? Or I mean, you know, run house. There's a really weird button hit there. Ah, very nice. Ah, Teshika won.
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
レース権勝利です。
おめでとうございます。
I'm looking at this link right here, and I kind of want to click it. It's Deshiken versus Kokujin.
はい、2戦ですね。黒人 VS デシケン行ってみま
Just
しょ
kind
う。
of sounds like nice to click.
凄まじい話になってきましたこれは。
We've been getting Dudley all day.
どうもお願いします。ロリです。
いやー、ロリさん、ちょっと引き続き僕がこれ引き続きで、ちょっと
SF3
連戦で試験さんのちょっとやらさせていただいちゃって、申し
お疲れ様です。
訳ない。このカード、さっきですね、このカード、対抗戦というのが行われたんですよ。
はい、ケンバトリーの。
はい、でその際のちょっと因縁を言わさせていただきますと、
はい。
マツケンさんはこれダットリー有利。それで、ケンが
Every now and then you see Kokujin playing SF4 and SF5. Well, maybe not SF4 anymore. I think he played Ryu in both? I don't remember who he played in SF4. Dudley's in that game, but I don't think Kokujin played him. I think he played Ryu in SF5 at least for a while.
ダットリー側としては中足。
そうですね、原則。
総じて。
やっぱり下手に歩けないあれのせいで。
It's been so long since I've seen him play. I don't remember.
とか、あと火力差。
There might have been Nikali actually, I don't remember.
あとゲージが回らない。
Nice EXTP, got the cross cut.
っていうのが挙げられてですね。お互いその言い分はあるんです。
Oh, it's gonna trade.
なんかこうお互いがなんか不利って言い合ってる対戦でトータルで五分みたいな感じ。
そうですね。
I was gonna say it's possible that works, but it traded.
凄まじい速さなんです。で、ちなみにですね。
Shippu does not have much invincibility. It's got like invincibility till it hits. But the rose had almost landed, so I thought maybe the invincibility would last until the rose landed, but it did not. Trade Shippu into Fierce DP. I'm not actually not too surprised. I know you could trade Shippu into Shippu, but that makes sense. Ken's got other stuff that's similarly fast. Oh, Ground EX Tatu, rare footage. Probably decent in this matchup. All the hits are gonna work. Okay.
きっちり反撃してますね。
すごい埋めてますよね。これダットリー側としては
Easy reads.
まあ埋めに行くしかないっていうところですけど。
You can OS the double parry there.
ここで勝つっていうのが勝ちパターン。
There's no downside.
なんかすごいですね。
You tap forward twice and do your punish, and if Dudley does both hits of the TC, it works. And if he only does the first of the TC, you still punish in time.
やるにあたって頭でどういう風に考えてますか。
難しいですね。とりあえずデシケンさんその。
So if you're looking for overhead, you should just parry twice.
もうなんか変にボタンを押さないみたいなことはやっぱり気をつけるでしょうね。なんか本当にすぐなんかボタン押してたらもうすぐ刺されそうな気がする。でそこから陣雷で展開を作られるっていう。それがやっぱり怖いですね。
I didn't know that would be a link. It's normally a link, but he looked kind of late. 5-hit super art finish, but I think he lost a hit. I think it was a combo.
なんか黒人って今なんかそのいろいろ
This is just a game Newton versus 10.
そのなんか違う各方面からそのなんか結構そのお笑い的な感じで言われてますけど、僕の中ではサードプレイヤーとしてはもう
Low forward poke. You don't see that with Dudley very often.
やっぱりそのまだやっぱりダットリー業界でもトップでしょうね。やっぱり
とロリさんが申してるのでそうなんでしょう。はい。
やっぱりダットリーでその一番
わあ
高くやってるのがやっぱり国人さんなんで。
ああなるほど。おっと言ってる間に。
I'm the one who's excited for SF6.
ですねこれははい。
ろでなんか勢いに乗りたかったでしょうけど、さすがに切り返してきますね、デシケンさん。
I think there will be a decent number of DJ players for the first time in history,
いや簡単なコメントしか出ないです。本当すいません。
すいません。
and that's kind of exciting. How on earth did DJ get to be a launch character? When was the last time DJ was a launch character? Was it?
確定取られるときついですね。
No, he's never been a launch character, right?
台形中ダッキングマイナス
Right?
ですかね。
I think DJ's never been a launch character.
マイナ5。
マイナス5。
ああ、じゃあもうしっかり確定なんですね。
リバーサルですからもう余裕で確定。
Alpha 3 console doesn't count. It's a console version. He was on an Alpha 3.
めっちゃ歩いてますよ。
もう行くしかない感じでしょうね。中距離戦やってもしょうがないから。
アパガを今投げたっていう。やっぱまだそこ地上いるってことなんですね。
そうですね。あれは投げ無敵ないんで、もう投げられちゃいますね。
Probably for me, Lily.
行くしかないんですよ、投げ無敵が。
あれもし中大やった場合は
DJ was not in vanilla SF4. Both DJ and T-Hawk were planned for vanilla SF4, but weren't finished in time and were put out for Super.
ちょっと覚えてないです。
They're the only two SF2 characters who weren't in vanilla.
あれはちょっと見えないんですよね、あれ。
いや
実際
これすごい
やられてると本当に
やっぱり
剣が目の前から消えるみたいな感じになっちゃうんですよ。
なるほど。さあこれ難しいと
What do we know about Lily? I actually haven't seen that much footage of her. Honestly, Chun-Li looks really cool. I should have played her more in the beta. And of course, I can see myself playing Ken.
勝負行きましたね。
あれも黒人がよく言ってるんですけど、
はい。
I skipped Ken in 5,
まあそうです
but I played Ken for all of 4.
のコメント、まさに今のところの場面は中足が欲しいところだったんでしょう。読んではいたんですけど、やっぱカニじゃ遅い。
カニじゃ足りませんね、やっぱり。まあでもそれしかないんでやったって感じでしょうね。
まあそうですね
バックステップに関して。
はい勝負点も早いな。
T-Hawk enthusiast, it was him. It's the one. My friend was actually a T-Hawk enthusiast.
結構ダットリーめんどくさいんですよね、あれ。
He didn't even play SF5 once, to my knowledge.
あれもしガードまあできたとしたらさすがに
ガードしたらマイナス2か
Nice, I'm happy for you.
するんですけど、はい。
Wow.
一番は確定欲しいですね。
そうですね。
欲しいですねガードで。
I think if my friend played SF5, he probably would have liked Mika. So I'm sad that he didn't play it. Mika was like everything he likes in a character. He likes making people guess. He likes cute girls with fat asses.
ないぐらいのフレームなんで。
ああなるほど。
And he likes inducing anger. Who do I want to see in SF6? Aura, what do you think?
なんか剣の鳥って結構ダトリ僕なんかあんまりその落とす僕結構落としてるイメージなんですけど、
はい
最近
はい。
あそこまで早めに出せばちゃんと潰れるんですねしっかり。
そうですね、大キックは潰れます
Oof,
ね。
it was a standing hit though.
あ
no super
そこまで
link.
早めに出すってことは逆にカニバンが確定しますか
そうですね。
I thought Ken was weaker. No, I'm not sure.
ただその代わり
The
通常
lack of an overhead
もう全部
normal was super obvious on Ken.
ジャンプだけ中足中小
Because it's really important to have an overhead normal because that's the overhead that you get frame advantage on with the drive rush. So if you don't have an overhead normal, you can't get an overhead you can combo out of.
それなりに
And in the beta, Ken was the only character without that.
陣内で起き上がり反撃しましたけど、
Nice.
もうショートも兼ねてるってことですね。
でしょうね。
Oh, come on, super. There we go. Rose into Mixies? No. He jumped out.
いやーここら辺なんですよ。本当に。
本当にね。
マジか今。
Every character has something that's pretty annoying to learn, which I like.
要するに今のはでもバラの振らなかったっていうまあ振らないですけどゼロって言う時もあるじゃないですか。
まあありますね。
はいブロ強制されでも剣は無敵があるので。
Ken's poke seemed kind of nice. The medium kick and the hard kick.
その何か重ねるか今の似た
And then the fierce.
選択だったんですね。はい
All really nice normals.
バラだとフリーフレームを背負ってしまうんで少し。
His combos looked not as good as Ryu's.
さあ。これが
I don't know if Ryu from the demo is significantly different from Ryu in the beta, or I just know a lot more about him.
ですから剣側も
Because I could have sworn that Ryu in the beta couldn't do half the shit that Ryu in the demo can.
そうですね。あんなに密着なのに前ライパン。
Did he always have strong into back fierce? I don't remember ever seeing
前
that.
ライパンがられるとあんだけめり
It's
込ん
like
で
a fucking Sakura combo.
感覚なんですよね。
でない確率大でしょうね。ガードしても多分ジャックフォーク
I don't think
と
if I saw someone do that during the beta, I literally did not like acknowledge it somehow.
ダットリガーとしてはまあ仕込み毒といった感じでしょうか。
これすげえ試合なんですよ実は。さあこれマジですげえ。
すごいですね本当に。
なんかもう引き続きすごすぎてなんかもうなんか俺でいいのかって思っちゃうレベル。
EX donkey back hard kick DP. That still works. You just have to. It's hard to do with heavy DP. It's very reliable if you use like light or medium. It still works with heavy, but it's really picky.
さんが力で抑え込みにいってるっていう展開ですね今のところ。
It depends on its distance from the corner.
さんが切り返してくるのか。とはいえまだ数字的には
It depends on your timing of back hard kick.
そんなに離れてないのがちょっと気にかかりますね。
ショートスイングクソ減りますねマジで。
相変わらずの単発最強の減りは伊達ではないですね。
I think back hard kick into medium DP is the go-to for reliability
え
and damage
あと立ちましたよね。
立ちましたね。
これ結構
after an EX donkey. Ooh.
国さんが
あとは昨日の時点では見えねえって言ってたんですよ。
見えない。
見えるわけがねえと。なんですけど今立ってましたね。
立ちましたね
まあちょっと読み入ってたんでしょうけど。はい。
そうですね。ファジー気味なのに反応したのかもしれませんね。
Did he confirm that on the
い
whiff?
やすごい
He saw Dudley whiff. Oh, well, and he's like, oh, this low forward's gonna be a punish. That was nice.
うわそう
Double, bruh. He traded a light DP with a something, and then he dashed in and got another light DP anyway.
上流が
Jesus, getting dash DP is quite hard.
これな
勝利ダトリ
That was insanely good.
なもんで今までそのダッシュ勝利は入らないと思ったんですけど入ってしまうのはすごいですわ。
あれそう
単純にはい。
であとそのダトリガーとしてもそのブロッキングし成功したにもかかわらずライフを持っていかれるっていう。
そう
I remember Snake Eyes saying some really disparaging stuff about Geef in SF5 vanilla, which to be fair, Geef probably was the worst character in SF5 vanilla.
早いですねそして展開が。
もう本当に落ち着か
Maybe
れる前に
better than Fong.
さんが詰めていってますね。
なんか見てて2人ともやってて楽しいんだろうなって思う試合に見えます。
But then there was like Stupendous and a couple others who were like still kind of killing it with Geef.
なんかすごい楽しそうに見えます2人とも。
やっぱ見てる
I think
幸せな距離
Snake Eyes just didn't like the game. Didn't put in the same amount of effort as some of the other guys. I noticed that SPD in SF6 just leaves you like nearly full screen.
うわ
見えてる。
So it's like this is a game where it's going to be easier to approach, so Zangief can't. There's no like Zangief has to approach every time.
全くできなくなるんで。
It's not going to be like, you know, get in once and then just mix the opponent 6 times because your heavy SPD leaves you point blank.
4-3になりま
It's
した。
from a little while ago, yeah. It's from 2015.
一歩リードになります。
A little while, almost 10 years.
韓国人さんが先行してっていう試合展開
はい、1P で先行しているのはこれちょっと国民的にも熱い展開なのではなかどうかと思います。
Geef didn't look horrible to fight from the little footage I've seen of him.
いやこれはすごいですね。
In my experience, Geef is usually horrible to fight. Wow!
すげえ。
Got red parried and then EX short swing blow on the red parry.
さあ来ました地獄ウルマン。
打ち抜けました。
Lily stayed safe.
しゃがみ中キックもタイミング出しとはいえ隙がありますね。
Built-in parry. True-ish.
確認する。
The pushback on drive parry is very low compared to blocking. The meter expenditure is similar.
多分くぐろうとしたところにもう引っかかっちゃったって感じですね。
ああなるほどですね。
Unless you get the perfect parries, which is very doable. But not guaranteed. Okay, EX Tatsu again.
戦いじゃないですか。
Nice.
先ほどおっとこれで
Sometimes that's all you need.
先
One
に取り
super
ましたので
knockdown into
全
mix.
交代になります。
これで初めてのリードですね。
さあこ
I think he still got towards Fierce as well, right? And I think it's special cancels because I think I saw him do towards Fierce dash cancel. I don't know that much about Geef. I know he's got an EX Lariat, and it's like invincible, I think. The footage I was watching, the guy who was playing Geef did Lariat anti-air like over and over, and it kept fucking up. He did not get the timing once. The headbutt doesn't eat fireballs. Sad. If it does exist just as a pulse ray normal, that's fine. Running Bear never left. He had Running Bear. Lariat is usually quite good as an anti-fireball, and yeah, it did. Anti-air super is really nice to see. I saw the dropkick whiff in a horrible way. I haven't seen it do its thing yet. Nice on Fierce. Geef literally does like a third of your health with like a heavy SPD. It's quite satisfying. But his command grabs are supposed to sub for combos, so you know. I have a 3DS, and I do have custom firmware on it, including SF4 3DS. However, I cannot stream it. However, I could, you know, use an emulator. Every SF game, they just did the opposite of the last game. That's true. Every SF game overcorrects the issues of the last one. But I think they've made something very interesting with the. They usually keep the good stuff and overcorrect the bad stuff. So every Street Fighter game usually has. Wow, that's hard to do. I think he got either a car DP or a microwalk DP. But it looked like it wasn't possible there, and he hit it. Anyway, the games are slowly getting better, I feel, in terms of you know, design quality. SF4 Volt, I've seen a tournament of it. It looks remarkably interesting. You think it would just be SF4 but shitty, but actually there's entirely different combos that are possible. I was kind of caught off guard by how interesting it was. SF4 Volt is the mobile port. There's only like 12 characters in it. I don't remember how many. It's not a lot. No, SF4 Volt sounds like it would be very shitty. But actually I was kind of taken aback by how engaged I was. Ah, one parry and then he committed to who knows what. Wow. Yikes. Or heavy DP traded with like jump fears. I once did a Aura Universal Overhead perfectly over Ken's heavy uppercut. Like I did Universal Overhead, Ken did heavy uppercut, and we saw the startup frames, and then he got hit. It's only happened the one time. And both me and the Ken stopped playing, and we like typed at each other, it was like, did you see that? It's really weird to see. Probably range dependent and frame perfect. There was like one frame of Ken's fist being on fire and then he just got bonked. EX is so plentiful in SF6. Just do your wake up EX DPs. There's also universal level 1 super invincibility, so, you know, just do that. The set's going real
当たらなか
close.
ったらこういうことになる恐ろしいですね。
あとダッド
And
リ
Mega
の
Yen's EX shoulder that can like cross up.
苦労して地上攻撃をかけらせようとすると空ぐらいする
That shit's cursed as
あ
hell.
りますね。
そうですね、低空の大パンチとかです
I want to play Deshiken. You can do it. All you have to do is fly to Japan.
これ取っていきましたね。
Hunt him down.
最後
He's out there somewhere. I don't think he's dead.
数字が6対5ですね今。
Oh. You been in Japan or you played Deshiken?
はいそうです。
Wow. Lucky you.
デシケンさん
Scrota's still in jail. I don't know if he was ever in jail, but I think he's out now.
うわ
Is SPD still 360?
そうなんですか。もう僕なんか当たってくれたみたいな感じなん
Okay,
で
he can duck at least one
ハイ
hit.
ライキックハイライキックをケアしててうわやべっつって言ってバックジャンプ上りブローを入れようとするんです。そうすると間に合わないで食らったりとか僕はします。
そんな感じで当たってたんですね。
Meteor build, baby.
他の人は多分前ラッシュ内の遅れとかいうのは前ラッシュない。
Level 3 still 720.
や
Okay.
ってる方としてはそのなんで当たったんだろうみたいな時もあるん
100 hand
ですけど
slap? No, no one's actually asked that yet.
そうなんですけど
I'm in favor.
この二人
I
は
always said that the best of all worlds is
そうですね。
something you can start with emotion and then potentially keep going by hitting buttons. Something like Necro's electricity in this game.
半端ないと思ってると
That's how it was with
ちょっとこんだけ早い展開だと
nothing in
なん
SF5
か安いのになったりとか
and nothing in SF4.
あるんですけど、ほとんどないですねこの二人。
I guess Machine Gun Upper was like that in SF4. Anyway, in this game, it looks like you can't even keep it going by mashing. Well, maybe you can.
だと思ってるんで
Mashing the start of the move is just awful, though.
いいんですよ。
I have mixed feelings on it. I personally hate it. I don't like doing mash moves. I can do them.
そうですね。多分そういう
Um,
ですよねこのカード。
はいまだそれ分かんない時点で
but I'm very inconsistent. It makes me not want to play the character. But there are certain things that are crazy hard for Oro to do, and I can do them. And it's kind of like I don't know.
お互いこの殴り合い
It's fun.
激しい殴り合いを
Having a demanding execution thing. Oh, Abigail. Abigail had it actually. Very nice.
まあもう言えないですよこれは。
そうですね。
はいすごすぎて。
That was very unique, and the fact that we're losing it is a little bit lame.
流れを兼ねての
But it
カード
was
なのではい
kind of shitty, so whatever.
しっかりしてますねやっぱり。
Normal chicken combo doesn't work on Hugo. Well, it works in the corner.
これでしか
Mid screen, you've got a couple alternatives, and all of them have their ups and downs.
パとブローっていう場面なん
はいこれ
で。
2P になってからデシケンさんがリードし始めてるのでこれはちょっと
あれでしょうか
熱い展開です逆に。
そうですね。
はい
2P 側の国技さんに勝ってるっていうことですから。
はい
You can do a heavy stomp with 1 or 2 hits of close strong. And this still combo roundhouse or an uppercut or something. And you can do stand strong, heavy fireball, heavy stomp, loop on Hugo. But it requires you to start with charge.
とっさにこう潮に落ちた時のクイックがマジむずいんですよ。あれできるできないで置き攻め取られる取られない。
Oh, does light cancel work on Hugo? I know that works on twins. I've never labbed it with Hugo.
さあここが陣内。マジか。リフリは有利と言わんば
It's like if you could do the chicken stomp cancel on the last available frame.
ダッキング、キャンセルダッキング絡みは原則マイナスなんですけど、やっぱり展開の速さで
そうですね
確定が取れないっていう場面がやっぱりあるんで、そこに
出た王道
画面端
I was talking with my friends just yesterday about Shadowloo sneaking their way in. Maybe not Bison, but I find it very likely that
最速コアし
Claw and Boxer sneak their way
もう典型的な勝ちパ
into
ターン
the game.
パックンダートってマジ食らうじゃないですかあれ。いやでもこれそれでもやっぱり読み合い回していかないといけないんで。
回していって回していかないとどうしてもやっぱ対応されちゃうんでね。
はいそうですね。
で
ここら辺結構ポイントになってきそうですね。この
ここ
7対6
そうですね6対7
はい。
突き放すか追いつくか。
はい。
Wanna be SF4 Buki main?
そうですね後が少ないですからここ重要です、ね。
I don't know. Kimberly, I got nothing.
飛び入る。
Trade? Yo, he got it.
中大も入りますよね。
He got the trade combo.
中台入ったけどまあゲージは失っちゃうんでね。
そうですね。
その後ちょっとやっぱり苦しくなります。
マジ。 今のはマジカです。
強気の歩き投げ。
今のはマジカです。さすがに俺もマジカでした。
さんからもマジカの声が入りました。
徒歩30分ぐらい歩いてましたね、今すごい。
結構歩きましたね、
はい、
徒歩30分。
今相当歩きました、今。僕の中ではもう30分ぐらい歩いてました。30分ぐらい。
Oro's very fun to play. That's the unfortunate that it worked out like that. That in both SF5 and SF3, Oro's tremendously ugly but very fun. So a lot of people just don't even give him the time of day. It's like the worst thing ever for an SF character. Be ugly but fun. If you're just ugly and bad, then they can just kick you out and that'll be that. If you're cool and not fun, they'll just reimagine your moveset next game. But if you're ugly and fun, you've got something worth preserving and it's not preserved. His hot grandson. Yeah, I made a tweet about exactly that. We need Oro's great-granddaughter, who is an aspiring pop star, J-pop star. And she holds a microphone, and that's why she only uses one hand. And she's got the exact same moveset as him. I think the world is not ready for a Seinin who's a little girl. The problem is looking like Oro is why Oro cannot come back on the regular. Give Ryu Tengu Stone is the most chaotic shit I've ever read in my life. He like stands in the face of all game design. It is anti-Ryu at its core. I don't remember whose idea that was. Was it Brian F? Someone like suggested that. It was like just introduce Oro's son, who's like looks exactly like Oro because he's like almost as old. Cam with the on SA3, just play CVS2, just play A Groove. You can play exactly that. Oh, he fucked it up. So that's Dudley can super cancel the last hit, and Ken did an extra parry waiting for a super cancel that never happened, and then still missed the punish. That was unfortunate. That she cannot match point. Gokujin hanging in. Yo, I like this idea for an Oro fangirl, and it's a woman who's old as shit. It's like a woman who's over 100 years old. No old woman in SF. I can't think of one. There might be one. The oldest is probably like Viper or Rose, which isn't saying much. Don't say Chun-Li. Cancelled. I think we had this discussion last time. It's like name a single old woman from a fighting game. How old is Baiken? She looks like she could be a little middle-aged. Vanessa from King of Fighters is ostensibly middle-aged. I don't know if we have a hard number. Yeah, Baiken's not old. 30's not old.
いっすよ。2カニはやばいですね。
はい。
Power Instinct apparently has some
重ね続け
confirmed.
るっていうのはすごい精神力ですね。
ああ、本当そうですね。ふわふわじゃないですからね。カニですか。
9 from BB. She's probably decently old, considering that Coconut calls herself old and she's the daughter.
止めてますね。さっきの数で。
赤風呂を警戒してますね。
KF, I can only think of Vanessa,
すごいです。
and I don't think she's that old. Oh yes, Chronica from Mortal Kombat. Oldest time itself.
早いな、展開が。
I got it. I got the oldest character in a fighting game.
さあ、中足エクサードで。
Sindel is actually a decent answer.
すげえ台足してきますね。
Sindel is, first of all, Sindel is like centuries old, or millennia or something. Second of all, Sindel does not look like a young woman.
あれでもちゃんと取りますね。
Well, she has situationally.
ゼロドットですか。
マジかーってことで10対7で試験
Morgan is, yeah, centuries old.
ありがとうござい
I
ます。
just want to know Vanessa's age from KOF. Someone look that shit up. I want to go do other stuff. I've had a nice stream here with you guys, but I want to go chill elsewhere. I got some homework I want to do and some other stuff I want to do. So it's been fun.